Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heroes of the Humblewood. This is a Patreon Humblewood campaign. All the lovely people that you see here on the screen are Patreons. Shout out to all of our Patreons. Because of them, all of the things we do here are possible. All of the one-shots, three-shots, marathons, everything that we do. If you're interested in more information on what you get for being a Patreon, you can use !Patreon in the chat. We also have a YouTube. All of the previous episodes of this campaign and all of our other campaigns are available over there. !YouTube for that. If you want to interact with the game, there's a couple of ways that you can do so. Hanging out, chatting, lurking, all the good stuff will get you channel points. And you can spend those to get blessings, which are pocket rerolls or advantage die to the player of your choice. Helps them in a clutch moment where they just need to turn the tide, maybe try to roll again. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it does not. You would like to add an element of fate to the narrative. Every $10 guarantees a draw from the deck of many things. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. Use !Fate for more information on that. Let's jump right into it. Please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and tell us a little bit about your character. We'll start off with Matthew.
Hey guys, I'm Matthew. You can find me most places as B Street Holmes, including Twitter and Stella's Discord. And I play Ratchet Bluefeather, who is a rather grumpy ranger.
I love Ratchet. Ratchet makes interesting decisions and is seen as somewhat of a hero in the eyes of some of the folk that live here in the Humblewood. There's a very distinctive marking underneath his eyes. What could it mean? Before we find out, we're going to head on over to GeekDice. Hi!
Hey folks, I'm GeekDice. You can find me on X at geek_dice. I love D&D. D&D is good for you. D&D is good for me. Today, I am playing Leif Woodshaper. He is a Dusk Corvum wizard. Dusk Corvum is like a raven person. He is a wizard, and he wears a throw-off, I like to think, relic from some high mage. It is a wonderful scarf, and it's got some magical trinkets hanging on it and some magical writing. So Leif is not exactly sure how this great wizard, this notable wizard, lost his scarf, but Leif is going to wear it. He's going to own it. He's going to be that wizard.
Excellent. Thank you very much. We'll head on over to IncognitoBurrito. Hello.
Hello. Greetings, everyone. I am playing the Owl Strig, Swift Strig character, Hubert Hootenanny. So, looking forward to whatever adventures we have today.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Pop on over to V.
Hey, I'm V, Vertigo Cross. You can find me over on Twitch playing whatever games I tend to feel like at the time, or on Wednesdays hanging out with Stella and my friend Zombie over here as we play our other game. But however, for this one, I'm playing Jack Hart, a Vulpin bard who likes to cause a lot of chaos and spicy situations.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And then we'll head on over to Zombie. Hi.
Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm Zombie MZ. I'm name's to call me. I'm the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship clip. I probably do too many clips, so that's up to your own discretion. Today I play Leon Breeze, pro wrestling extraordinaire. Yeah, and he is here to fight some slime, wrestle some slime. I guess I don't know what we're doing yet, but my fur is gonna probably get really dirty, and I'm not gonna like that. If you're so inclined, you can follow me on Twitter at ZombieFighter89. If you do there's a pinned tweet. In that pinned tweet, there is a link to a Google Doc sheet, which is apparently not working for me right now, and it makes me sad. It's giving me loading troubleshoot issues, so I'll deal with that off stream. But anyway, if you go there, you'll find all kinds of different stuff I've done, like different videos I've edited, different highlights I've edited, it's unlisted, but it's in there, is the 3 highlights I did for To the Moon and Back, which was a really fun triple, I think it was a 3-shot on this channel right here on the Wonderful Soul Luna channel. And I made it, I was so inspired by episode 1 that it reinvigorated me to make highlights again. And so I kept it going with all of the positive feedback I got from everyone on the show. And so, yeah, you can find that on there. Also, at the very bottom, you can find the little clips I've done, kind of highlighted clips that I've done for this channel, Bad House, Transplanter RPG as well. And then, of course, all of the promo videos I do every single week for this all the games that I play in, including this one and the aforementioned one that V told you about, Frost Maiden. And I'm also on Saltmarsh. I'm on all the shows. So I hope you're used to this face, because that's going to be around for a while.
Thank you so much, Zombie, and thank you for everything that you do. Very, very helpful. Very kind of you to use your time like that. So, before we jump into a recap of what happened last time, V, I'm gonna need you to draw 3 cards. Thank you so much, Zombie.
3 cards?
Oh, okay. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, it says Zombie Fighter 69 has tipped 3 cards to V. I wonder who that could have been.
Who could it have been? Probably Zombie.
Who could it have been? So the game's real easy. Just tell me when to stop.
Double win.
Triple whammy. Is that 3 cards?
Boom. Boom. Got one more.
All right, now I gotta get the balance card, so I gotta wait a moment. All right, when?
Oh, you didn't get it.
Damn it.
Okay. So last time on Humblewood, you fought 2 swarms of ember bats that had been coming out from the Ashen Grove, and you took quick care of them, managed to slice them down. Leon was pretty heroic with bashing them out of the sky as they swooped towards you, and you made it towards Winnowing Reach. It was there that Eliza set up a merchant stall in the very center of this research outpost. And with the help of Hubert, Jack, and Leif, you were basically able to help Eliza sell out completely. And we'll consider that a success. Leon and Ratchet, in the meanwhile, had made their way over to the inn and got comfortable, set up a room, 2 rooms for the party. You eventually met up with the magistrate, Walden Crane, who requested that the party seek out a missing local, someone by the name of Kenna Brightspark, who went out in search of slimes. Essentially, you were given a map, and you made your way into the marsh. We ended the session on the party considering 2 slimes that were hanging out at the entrance of this cave that you were seeking. Jack threw one of her rations into it, and it hits the ground with a wet sound, begins to slowly trail towards the group of you.
Well, I didn't want to throw. I think it's coming after us now.
I'm gonna need everyone to select their tokens and
I
roll
guess
for
it is coming
initiative.
after us.
Why would
Oh,
we roll
no.
for initiative, Stella?
It's time to
Yeah.
fight them.
That's the
See
new
who
do you
gets
mean
the first
fight?
hug.
Where am I? Where did
I, th-
You say this like we're in combat or something.
I thought.
I think you're in
Why,
combat.
why is there? Why? I thought he fed a new pet. Why is there boss music?
Why is there boss music?
Oh, here we go. All right, bottom right is the map. I found it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I pinged it.
Oh.
Did not manage to
Right.
do that.
Shift ping should center everybody.
There we go.
Yeah, like that.
Like that. I was
So far,
pushing
I'm
the
going
button.
before everyone who's gonna murder the slimes.
I mean, you know the way I've
Some
run my
slow.
campaigns. Violence is not always the only option. Could potentially break out of combat under the right circumstances. Okay. All right, we got
We
everyone.
already saw at the tavern that they're nutritious. Just eat them.
Just eat them. Yes. That is always going to be an option. We can always
Just eat them?
just eat the enemy.
Nom noms.
All right, they rolled a 15. All right, let's organize this. Oop. They go first. All right.
Wow.
Of course
Yeah.
they do.
I mean, well, we did
and
aggravate
they're
them.
well fed too. They've got pep. They're ready to go.
So this one here towards the we'll say this one's orange because you can see it actively digesting the
Got
ration
an
that was
orange
thrown.
lunch?
Yep. And then the other one doesn't have lunch yet. So that one will have it be empty. The one that has the ration slowly being pulled apart inside of this viscous, iridescent body begins to slowly move
All the
forward.
noises.
5 and
Shoop.
15. As it's moving, you realize that something is happening to the ground behind it. That just looks like a
Slime.
hold on. My God. Wait a second.
Is that a map of Florida?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what that
Yep.
was.
Florida.
It was the long clown nose.
All right, that's better. Okay. You see it slowly advancing towards the group of you. And then it will end its turn. The other one remains attached to the wall, so it's about 10 feet up. Jack, it is your turn.
Are knowledge checks actions?
They could be, but it depends on what you're trying to remember. I might give it to you for free. What do you want?
Like just a nature check on what I know about slimes and their biology?
Yeah, go ahead and do that for free. So roll me a nature check.
19.
19.
Nice.
Okay.
They're a delicacy.
Yeah, you can tell me how you know this, but you know that there are different kinds of slimes. Some are nutritious, some are poisonous and not good to be anywhere near around. You know that they are true monsters. They are considered oozes. They don't really have sentience. Their only drive is to essentially just eat and exist. So it's very difficult to try to reason with them because they don't really speak a language or communicate. And they're sticky.
Jack has done a lot of traveling, and this isn't the only place that likes to eat slimes, but it being their research, it is one of the more known specialties. But every now and then she'll come across an eccentric who really likes to talk about the benefit of slime dishes.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna step up, and I'm just gonna try to swoop it up into a empty sack.
Okay. With that 19, I'll tell you that you're able to identify this kind of slime that's in front of you. This is called a sticky slime, and you're able to identify this by the slime trail it's leaving behind. You know that this is the type that you can eat, and it won't kill you from the inside.
Good to know.
Okay, so you're trying to swoop it up into a bag?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna need a sleight of hand check from you. This will take your action, just as a heads up.
How do the nat 20 rolls are I can roll, and then before you tell me if it succeeds, I can use it?
Yeah, I just want to rule of cool it. So if you really want a moment to go through, you can have that option. I know it's extremely overpowered, but it's fine. It's just for fun. So
Roll first.
Okay.
Roll the 7, so I will use one of my 2 nat 20s.
Okay, you use your nat 20. Describe to me what this bag looks like and your technique that allows you to bag one of these sticky slimes.
So Jack has been carrying around an explorer's pack, but it's essentially empty. She keeps most of her stuff in tiny little pouches along her belt. And in just a quick fluid motion, she shoves a ration into the explorer's pack and just swoops it up.
Okay. Everything that's in your pack is now inside of the slime, which takes up the entirety of your backpack.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah. This is not a small amount of slime, by the way. How would I even describe this? It's those
What's the circumference of the slime?
It's kind of slimy.
It's super slimy. You know
Is it
how?
a beach ball?
No, it's way bigger than that. So you know how some people will sit on like a medicine ball, like instead of a chair?
Gotcha.
It's big. Like you can barely wrap your arms around it. So your
Beanbag
bag is
chair.
almost, exactly. It's almost busting out of your bag here.
All right. But then I'm going to seal it shut or like tie it up.
Okay. We'll consider this restrained. How about that?
Mhm.
Yep. All right. Do you want to move at all?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. All right.
This will be fine. There's no problems here.
Nope. As you swoop it up and walk away, you see that the slime still remains on the ground from its trail here. Leif, it's your turn.
Whoa, I don't know what you're gonna do with that, but you see suddenly all my feathers bristle and my eyes flare with fire as a mote of flame rolls in my hand, and I throw it out with the word of Ignan as I blast with firebolt towards the other one.
Okay.
Fire sprays across the wall. Hopefully I hit it. 12.
Okay. Armor class is 6. You definitely hit it dead on.
Oh, wow.
Sizzle, sizzle for
10
points.
damage. Okay. You see as you throw this mote of fire, it just flares up the side of it, and immediately half of it just desiccates in front of you. That is a pretty mighty blow there.
And then I'm going to jump to the side over here. I'm going to hop to the side and kind of get like partial cover from these rocks, peeking around the rocks to look at it, since I probably got its attention. That's
Oh,
my turn.
yes. Okay. Leon, it is your turn.
I kind of would also like to try and see or do the kind of like check, if I may.
Mhm.
So if it's free or not, we can decide from what I want to do.
Mhm.
I remember at the end of last week's episode, was the tracks pointed out to everybody? The tracks
Yes.
leading in but not leading out?
Yeah.
Okay, so I see the slimes. I know we just battled skeleton birdfolk. I want to see if we can put 2 and 2 together of like, if I were to do my normal attack, it may end up like me being like the birdfolk. I want to see if he would know that, or if he could check
Okay.
for that, or any of
Yeah.
that stuff.
So you can do an Arcana or History check here. This will
They're
be
both-
free.
They're both 0, so. Oh, okay. Real.
2. We'll say with a 2, you're entirely unsure. Perhaps you've never come across this sort of thing, and you're trying to like critically assess like what the overlap might be. Maybe there isn't none.
Yeah, probably not. I see that the one was kind of contained in the bag, and I'm just gonna
Allegedly.
allegedly in the bag, filling up, bursting at the seams.
Sure, this is fine.
I think Leon will just move. I think he'll just decide to use 30 feet would be there. Cool. I think Leon will just go up. He'll just use his warhammer.
Okay. As you're charging forward, I need a DC 12 saving throw from you. Strength.
Which kind of
Strength.
Strength.
Ooh.
is sticky.
It's sticky. As
Do
you're,
not trip in the sticky.
As you're
Not 220.
stepping
then, huh?
through the slime here with a 20, you easily, the trail here just kind of slops at the bottom of your feet or your boots, whatever kind of toe situation you got down there.
I got on my wrestling boots and I shined them up real good for this situation.
They are, so you know how like when you take off a sticker and there's residue, like you kind of have that residue and the dirt
Yeah.
just sort of clings to your boots now. So your boots are not shiny anymore, but it doesn't hold you tight enough to stop you in your tracks. You managed to go through it with no problem at all. Go ahead and roll me an attack, like.
Time to squish. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a
Oh,
nat
yeah.
20.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
We're doing it again,
Yeah.
boys.
Go ahead and roll me that damage, please.
4 plus 7, baby.
Okay. So you bring your warhammer down. You can describe to me what happens here, but essentially you will learn that this is resistant to bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
So it only takes half the damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I need you to roll me a DC 12 strength saving throw.
Okay, let's do the saving throw first.
Oh,
What
you're
was
about
it?
to lose your weapon.
What is the DC again? Or what
12.
the-
12.
Strength.
Strength.
Strength. Okay, thank you.
You're in sync, Stella.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
Okay. So your weapon ends up getting stuck inside of it. Describe to me what all this looks like.
Ooh.
It's not dead. It's really close though.
Ah, damn, this is one of those times I wish it was a higher level. I could do another action. Yeah, no. Liana's just gonna... He's gonna look and he's gonna go, ugh. Well, I think this is I couldn't use my hammer. Give me my goddamn hammer back, you son of a... And he's just... That's all you'll see from him is just in the background doing this until my next turn.
Every
Just
time you
trying to-
pull on your hammer, it goes boing, 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 boing. It just kind of like sticks to it.
Let go of it. It's mine.
Ratchet, it is now your turn.
So we're at the mouth of this cave, and it's dark in this cave. I, unlike some members of our group, cannot see in the dark. So I'm not as helpful here. I think I might just move forward a little ways and then start getting one of my torches lit.
Okay. What is the radius of a torchlight?
I think it is a 20-foot radius.
Sounds correct.
Somewhere between 20 and 30.
Bright light 20. Then dim 30. Another 20. Okay. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
do 20 feet here. Then 40 feet here. Okay. Wow, that's aggressive. Why
It's
is
very
that
aggressive.
so aggressive?
Ratchet's going
Shit.
supernova. We're all about to die.
Okay, that's a little better.
That's definitely
My hammer's
Jesus
stuck and it's
Christ.
so bright.
What the fuck? Hold on. Sorry.
I pull out a
Maybe
red torch.
white or gray would work.
Yeah. Hold on. I think I'm making this too complicated. Okay, yeah. So you can see the inner circle, right? That's the
Mhm.
part that's
Yeah.
bright,
Yeah.
and then this is dim. Okay, so effectively you light a torch.
Mhm.
All right, that will be an action from you. You can move if you want.
I moved forward a little bit. I'm happy with where I am right now.
Okay. With that, you can see that the tracks definitely head further into the cave.
Okay.
Hubert, it is now your turn.
So the slime that's closest to me has not been engaged with, right?
So this one here next to Jack is in her backpack, and you can literally
Okay.
see it leaking out of the backpack. So
It's fine.
Excuse me.
it doesn't. Yeah. Okay. And then this
1, 2,
one up
3.
here is stuck to the wall.
6. I can move to there.
Okay. All right.
And I will hold my attack if enemy comes closer.
Okay. Sounds good. You get into position. You fortunately don't step into the slime, so you don't have to make a roll there. So
That is.
yeah, that's tactical
I
right
didn't
there.
know. Okay.
Okay. All right, top of the turn order, Jack, You can see that this slime is beginning to slowly ooze out of your backpack.
Oh.
How dare it?
I'll just do a little like dexterity saving
Like
throw
an
here.
octopus.
Oh, that was a nat 20.
Stella, how could you?
That's a nat 20. Has a negative 4 and it still had a nat 20. Okay, it's no longer restrained, but that will take its whole action there. Essentially, no matter how small of a hole you make, there's just enough that it begins to squeeze through the holes of the button that hold your pack closed. So through the buttonholes, it begins to leak out and then just hits the ground right next to you. This one here that is right next to Leon, you see as it's boing, pulling back on your warhammer, all of a sudden another appendage begins to push out and then it's going to try to slap you across the face.
Oh no.
Oh, I rolled a dirty 20 there. That's definitely going to hit you.
All the 20s now.
You take 5 bludgeoning damage, Leon, as this arm-like appendage comes squeezing out of its body and it slaps you across the face. I need a strength saving throw from you.
Nice.
Very good. It sticks to your face for a moment and then it pulls away like a few hairs. It's not too bad. It doesn't leave you patchy or anything. It's kind of like rip out.
Does my fur still feel sticky from it?
Yes, it's super sticky now. But you don't have like a bald patch or anything like that. That is going to be their turn. Jack.
My pack is now filled with sticky slime, right?
Yeah, everything is sticking together.
All right, cool. Now I've got like a pack of glue whenever I want it.
Yeah.
Yes, I will just stab at it with my rapier.
Okay. Armor class of 6.
12.
12 is a hit.
10 piercing.
Okay. As you stick it with your rapier, it only takes 5 damage here. You can see that it isn't quite effective as you would hope. You push into it, and as you're pulling it out, some of that substance kind of pulls with it. Another. I need a strength saving throw from you, please. You need to beat a 12.
This is a 5, beat a 12.
It does not. So you try to pull your rapier back, and now it just kind of pulls right forward. It is stuck inside of the sticky slime. On your turn, you can use an action to try to pull it out.
Okay.
Okay. Leif, it is your turn.
Oh no, allies in trouble. And you see a hoppity hop, as with a clever raven hop. Try to get eye line of sight on this gooey mess by Jack, and I'm going to unleash another firebolt. Again, there's a swirl of flame in my hand, and I get this excited look on my face as I embrace the power of the universe and unleash firebolt.
Very good.
Almost a crit, but not. 5 points.
5 points. Again, there's a whoosh, a whirl of fire that bursts forth. Jack, you can feel the heat for a split second as it ravages the side of this slime here. It looks extremely minimized, and you can see part of it literally melting away, kind of calcifying from the fire. But it is still up.
I guess.
Leon, it is your turn.
Okay. Do I start to see at all? Sorry. Do I start to see at all like my hammer itself sort of being damaged, or does it just look like it's basically just stuck in like a sticky object?
It seems more stuck. You get the sense that the actual deterioration process probably takes a long time.
Okay. All right. So what do I have to do to try and get this unstuck out of my hammer, or could I pick it up? Could I pick up my hammer and slam it down? Would that also work? I guess.
Pick the slime up with the hammer.
Yeah, pick up
Ooh.
because it's stuck to the hammer, right? So I can just pick it up
Yeah.
like this and just try and slam it down, trying to like get it to break apart off of my hammer.
Okay. I like that. So here are your options. If you want to pull it free, it will take up an action and it will be an athletics check. But I do really like the idea of just literally slamming it down.
I do too.
If you want to do that, I'll say go ahead and do a regular attack at disadvantage because we'll count this as basically an improvised weapon.
Could I use one of my blessings from chat to make it advantage?
If you do, it'll cancel out and it'll just be normal.
That works too.
Okay, yeah, so go ahead and do it at normal. To beat a 6. It's you roll a 7. That's so funny. That's a hit. All right, roll your damage.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
That's a hit.
You beat a 6.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me what this looks like as you kill it.
Nice. Okay, so cool. That worked. I've been like trying to pull it out this whole time. So while everybody in the background was dealing with the backpack and leaking and the glue and all of that, I've just been like doing like this, and finally I did this longer than I probably should have. And I went, this isn't working. You know what? Screw it. And I just pick it up, and it slams on the ground. As it slams on the ground, it just dissipates into like all directions, and it's just boom. So all the walls within that area are just like full of like the remnant sticky stuff of the slime.
Yeah, it's just like all over the place.
No, my hammer is sticky.
Yep. Would you like to move at all?
I guess I could just kind of move back. I'll just move right by Hubert just to keep him, just to get near him, I guess. But
Okay, I need
I
a
can't think of
strength
anything.
saving throw.
oh wait, is there something? Oh yeah, that's right.
Right back into the slime.
Yeah.
All right, you're fine. You're standing in
Wow.
the slime, just kind of ignoring it.
Just I wanna throw this out there. If it had been a disadvantage, it was a nat 1 for me.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay.
See, Leon, make sure to always oil up their boots.
Baby oil is the key to everything. If you ever need a solution to anything, it's baby oil.
That's so
Yeah.
funny. All right, Ratchet, it is now your turn.
All right. So now with torchlight, I'm going to pull out my short sword. So I didn't think this through. I can't use a longbow if I've got a torch in one hand. And I'm gonna step up to this one and take a swing at it.
All right. 9 is a hit.
That's enough.
Yeah.
9 piercing damage.
Tell me what this looks like. And as it is slain, you'll see that Jack's rapier, which is stuck in it, literally just comes free.
I think that it's a straight motion in, very much the same stab that a rapier would use, but because it's a short sword, a little sturdier, he just pulls straight up out of the top of the slime when he afterwards.
Excellent. As you do, you see the slime begin to slowly fall into a pool at your feet. Jack, your rapier wrenches free. We're now out of combat.
Clean off my rapier in this little puddle over here.
Oh, this is so messy. Did you get your food back?
No, I believe
I'm
that's
not sure
gone.
you want to eat it anymore.
5-second rule inside of a slime. I was only in the slime for a couple seconds. Yeah, give it. Yeah.
Examine
wanna
the
take it?
remains.
No.
Okay. It's always a
No.
legitimate question when it comes to
That
food.
is a hard no. That
Look,
is a
it's
hard
just like
pass.
swallowing
Yeah.
paste as a kid. What are the chances that it seals your throat shut?
Whatever food stuff
Damn.
that was, dead to me. Yeah.
Examine the remains of this slime over here by Jack and Ratchet. Did it have anything inside of it? Anything interesting? Had it absorbed anything during its short journey on this planet?
You kind of bend down to the pool of slime that it is now reduced to. You turn one of your dark eyes beady and pointed at it, you find 3 silver.
Oh, wow. Look at this. It ate up some coins at some point.
Hey, that's
Check.
enough for a bowl of slime soup.
Nice.
Picked up somebody's lunch money.
Hmm.
You can add the 3 silver. You can pick them out of the pool
I did.
very easily.
I cleaned them on the edge of my cloak and tucked them away.
You're also able to pull the rations out.
I kind of hold it up with my ends of my
Soggy.
fingers, and I kind of throw it in the general direction of Jack.
Jack just kind of steps out of the way, looks at it as it hits the ground with a wet plop, and does
Yeah, it'll-
not reach over.
It'll go right back in your pack, no problem. As a matter of fact, your pack is coated with it, so it'll preserve it even better.
So from the knowledge I had of like the different slimes, does the residue they leave dry up, or
Yeah, with that, like a 20 or 21 or something. 19. With the 19, this is harvestable. This is what generally gets scooped up and then probably made that food.
take a moment to try to get what I can into the pack and seal it up a bit better?
Okay. As you open your pack, you find 1 serving of fresh slime.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead and add that to your inventory.
We got it, boys. We're eating good tonight.
So, you find that the cavern opens up in front of you, and pretty quickly you are able to discern that there are multiple pathways.
Well, first of all, where I'm standing, well, actually, it is with the slime's gone. Is it still sticky right there?
It's not as sticky.
Okay. Well, first of all, it's a little sticky. Not as sticky as when I stepped in it, but it's a little sticky. Second of all, where do you think? What way do we want to go, crew?
So how
Which
beat
way
up is
do
Leon?
the footsteps go?
That's a good question.
Ooh, yeah. You see the footsteps go north.
Well, whoever
Yeah.
came in before us seems to have gone north.
About to go then.
Is Leon hurt?
Technically yes, even though it's not showing up on my thing.
Nice little bruise across his cheek where the slime slapped him.
Yeah, you'll just see like general discomfort and like sticky fur.
Is anybody hurt other than Leon?
Nope.
Not I.
Who
Just
else?
you.
Hubert.
Yeah.
I think we can see.
Who else needs a light source? I would prefer to have both of my hands available for my bow.
Oh, I can help. I can carry. Torch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ratchet will hand the torch over to Leif.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 1 second.
I'm sorry. I know I'm making you transfer that. I didn't even think about two-handed weapons when I did it.
You are so fine. It is okay. There you go. What the? Oh. There you go. Okay.
And I'll kind of try to be in the middle of the group and hold it up high so sheds as much light as possible for everybody.
Okay. You are welcome to move your tokens as you like. Essentially, you will find that you are coming up to a fork, and it goes south and it goes north. The footsteps head north. And
Gonna
as
be a little bit ahead of the group.
okay, And
And
as
Ratchet's going to stick close to the back because that gives him more distance for him to see an enemy before he gets to him.
Probably be trailing Jack.
hey, oops.
Don't worry, I don't see whatever that is over there.
Yep, didn't see
Peekaboo.
anything. Nope.
Beyond the
Just gonna
lagoon.
ignore it. Didn't see a thing.
Didn't see a
Nope.
thing.
Nope.
Okay.
Where's lava?
Rocks are too high. I can't see it.
All
Oh,
right.
weird shaped boulder. Carry on.
Okay. As you're kind of moving forward, what kind of pace are you going? What do you look like? What are you trying to find, seek out?
I think Jack's carrying a casual pace as they follow the footprints along the ground.
I think Leon is sort of trailing behind as well, also liking the idea of following the tracks, and so he's just gonna kind of follow Jack as she knows, kind of seems to know better than he does, kind of how to navigate and whatever. So he's just kind of letting her take the lead and just kind of like watching what she does. And
Leif
kinda-
normally does a hop, hop, hop like a raven, pretty much everywhere, especially when it's like time to, hey, let's go, let's motivate, time for action. But right now it's these slow, awkward, careful place steps, holding the torch and looking around with caution.
Okay. Yeah, you see essentially, especially illuminated by the torch you're holding, Leif, that the path north takes a bend, and the footsteps certainly head in that direction. It bends towards the west. General caverns are quiet. You smell rot as you're beginning to head deeper and deeper into the caves. Murky waters that surround the swamp of this cave seem to settle in this area. There's a rancid touch on the air.
Do I recognize the smell? Is it something that is maybe elemental or chemical, like sulfur? Or is it, you said rot? Does it smell like rotting vegetation? Or is there any way to really kind of get a sense of that?
It's kind of hard. It's sort of just a latent, persistent smell around you. You get the sense that it's mostly just coming from the fact that you're in a swamp. It's not particularly potent in any way of like, oh, there's a fresh corpse nearby or something like
Gotcha.
that.
Thanks.
Or a ripe corpse or anything like that.
Just for your reference, Stella.
Yeah.
Jack is not taking any care to stop the bells on her tail from ringing.
Okay. You will see pretty quickly, though, that there are little mushrooms that dot the cave as you're beginning to head further in, and they give off a bioluminescent glow.
Oh, I need some of those. I'm going to pick some, put them in my pouch.
Okay, you see that they're up towards here, just out of your torchlight.
Okay, well, I'm headed that way following Jack. I see Jack start to move, and rather than standing around, start to follow Jack.
Okay, you're welcome to move your tokens as you like.
Then we start rounding the corner,
Huh?
and we find a Balrog.
We're not a high enough level for a Balrog.
Stella really wants the
Whatever.
campaign to end.
A really small
Whatever
Balrog.
it is, it's really friendly.
Okay. As you begin rounding the corner, you can see that there's a much more concentrated light heading in that direction. As you're beginning to round this and you see Leif bend down to reach for these
Handfuls.
handfuls, you're just shoving them into your pouch here. All of a sudden, there is a slurping sound as something drops from the ceiling and lands onto the ground next to you. They
Rather
have
defiant slurp.
And they have a surprise round on party. I need
This is
you.
what we get for ignoring what we saw.
I need everyone to select their tokens and roll for initiative here.
Yay.
Uh, better than last time. I'll take it.
I'm going to use a blessing, if I may, to get advantage on it. Initiative.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Nice.
That's a crit. Okay. Woo! That's a 23. You are level 1, sir. You do not need initiative that high. But they do get a surprise round. And what's really funny is that they are at the very end of the turn order. So what happens here is they get a free attack. This one here, say it has suspicious red dots on it. You see what appears to be, is there a picture?
Ooh, art.
Yeah.
I like art.
Ew.
Ooh.
Not
Yeah, that
nice.
one's
So-
got some ugly
I
red
don't think
bumps
we
on
should
it.
eat this.
No.
Why do you say that?
What do you? Maybe.
Probably the bird bones.
Depends. What kind of sauce you gonna marinate that in?
Marinara.
Or has it already been marinating for too long? Whatever.
As these slimes drop down, they have a pale green tinge to them, and there is an astringent chemical odor on the air. You see flesh that is being liquefied beginning to slough off and hit the ground. Bits of ooze that break free hiss against the dirt. And
no.
it will... Unfortunately, yes. And the one with the red dots will try to slap Leif. Hold a 6.
Leif just wanted glowy mushrooms.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm like freaking out right now. Thankfully, he missed armor class 13.
Waving the mushrooms at it like, stay away.
And then you see this one here with the purple dots drops down, and it will try to hit our friend with our bells, Jack.
Oh,
Does a 12 hit you?
my AC is 13.
Very good.
Not
Nice.
even close.
Not even close. All right. Top of the turn order as we enter initiative, we start with Leif.
Yes, so I'm going to use my action to disengage. I want to get away. And I think I'm just going to start by stepping back. And as I do, disengage so they can't attack me.
Mhm.
As I do, I'm going to look into the room to see if there's any targets. If I see anything, I'm going to say something. See something, say something. Glance in that direction as I retreat, holding the torch and my sword-shaped wooden staff in front of me, trying to like ward off this terrifying creature.
Just sprint into the next room with the torch, leaving Ratchet in the dark.
So
Please
what do I
don't.
see in the chamber? Anything stick out?
Okay, you would need to do a perception check to get a comprehensive look. At a glance, since you've already disengaged here, at a glance, you see that the upcoming chamber has... Let's see. You see smears and smears of luminescence lining the walls here.
Does it look slimy?
It
Go
does look
figure.
slimy. You don't see anything moving, but it is glowing profusely.
I don't see any enemies around the corner. Maybe you have to retreat. Be careful. It's my turn.
Okay. Ratchet, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to take some shots at the one in red. The one with the purple one seems well surrounded, so I think the red one's the one we need to care about.
Okay.
So I'll take a shot. That is a 10.
A 10 is a hit, armor class 8.
Wonderful. And then that's going to be 12 piercing.
Okay. As you shoot it with an arrow, it cuts through the air and bodily slams into the slime here. You see that the blow is pretty devastating. The quality of the sticky slime that seemed to have resistance does not seem to apply to these guys.
Mm.
Anything else for you?
No, I don't. I'm happy with where I'm standing, and I don't have any bonus actions available to me yet.
Okay. I will say, though, with the caustic slime here, you see that the arrow that you shot immediately begins to break apart inside of this slime. So you cannot forage that one, unfortunately. Okay. Jack, it is your turn.
So I just watched an arrow like dissolve as it went through this slime.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of stabbing it with my rapier, I'm just going to like slam a rock into it.
Okay. We can do this as an unarmed strike. We'll say that you just pick up a rock and you smash it. So it's not actually your physical hand. For that, you can roll an armed attack or a strength roll.
I will do strength. That was a strength save. Hold on.
Okay, that's a hit. I think unarmed is a D4.
I believe it is.
I think it's actually just your strength modifier. Unless you're a
I don't
monk.
have one of those. 4.
Actually,
One
yeah, I
plus
think
your
it
strength
might
mod.
just-
Yeah.
yeah.
So you do 1 damage.
Hey, I did 1.
Did 1 damage. The rock gets swallowed up. It takes the damage. You see some of the caustic slime just goes flying. The rock gets consumed.
Maybe you can weigh it down and hit it with enough rocks.
Yeah, just fill it with rocks.
Yeah. Anything else for your turn?
No.
Leon, it is your turn.
All right. Do I get? I can roll for this if I need to. Do I get a sense that what would happen with my hammer happened with the arrow? If you were to use my hammer, it would dissolve, kind of like the arrow.
Go ahead and
Since
roll
I
a
also saw
nature
the-
check.
Since I also saw the rock. Also
Or investigation.
Nature or investigation. Nature. They're both the same. Okay. 13.
Okay, 13.
Hey.
With a 13, you would get the sense that if maybe something's made out of wood, it would begin to melt away. The rock, it gets swallowed up, but it's not like immediately falling apart.
I did mention in my description that the hammer I have is wooden.
Then you probably don't want to hit it with your hammer, unfortunately.
No.
All right, just suplex it. I'm sure touching it'll be fine.
Please tell me I get a sense that touching it would be bad.
Touching it would be bad.
Hey,
You don't need to
Leon's
roll
not
for
made
that.
out of wood.
Stella puts
Leon's not made out of wood.
Okay, flesh and wood, bad. Don't use flesh, don't use wood. I will give you, with the 13 nature, you get the sense that they're pretty slow. So if you wanted to just outrun it, I mean...
Cool,
Not
that's what
a
I'm gonna
terrible
do.
idea.
I'm gonna run it.
Like, I'm not dealing with this.
No, I don't want to destroy my hammer. I almost did it once today. It ain't happening again. And this time, if it touches my face, it'll really hurt.
Okay, so you still have your action.
Okay, so I just want to kind of run away from it, I guess.
Okay.
So that would open me up to an attack of opportunity, right?
You can use your action to disengage if you want. So you basically enter like an evasive mode. And
Yeah,
when you
fine.
disengage, you don't take any attacks of opportunity.
Cool. I'll just disengage because I'm not gonna try to attack anything or do anything after that. I just want to go the 30 feet or whatever it'll be. The
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop.
Okay.
I forgot with corners how this works.
Oh, it's
But
fine.
that's-
You just you can go diagonally. Every block is 5 feet.
I'll just go up by our friend over here. Whop.
Okay, so that's 20 feet. You still have 10 if you want to move extra.
Oh, that would be 10, right?
Mhm.
Okay, then I guess I can. Can I kind of get a sense of what is over here then? This glowy green thing.
Yeah, you have dark vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
You reveal more.
And I'm also still in the. I'm still in the aura anyway.
I think you said there was light coming from over there, though, right?
Yes, I was just curious.
No, that's fine. Yep, I have the dark vision, and then I'm also, according to the thing, I'm also near enough to the, torch.
Okay.
For it to be in the dim light.
So let me zoom out a little bit here.
Ooh.
You see quite a bit as you're looking because you can see beyond the torchlight essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, with dark vision, you can see that there is a way out of this chamber to the north and another way out to the west. You see that essentially there's a great amount of slime gathered in the middle of this chamber here, and there's significant enough lighting from the surrounding mushrooms that no one will need a torch in order to see into this chamber.
Okay. This might be a next turn thing, so if it is, it is.
Mhm.
Can I get a sense that this green stuff in the puddle here is like the things that are attacking us right now? They got a sneak attack on us.
With a 13
Oh, with my
nature,
13,
I'll
yeah.
say that you're kind of unsure.
Okay, that's fair.
Welcome, Raiders! Hi, Dan and friends! Come on in!
Hello, everyone.
We're playing Dungeons and Dragons, where we are all adorable animal people in the realm of Humblewood. We
Yeah,
are...
slimes and squirrels.
Yep. Okay.
Don't forget about wolves.
True. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the raid. So, Leon, unfortunately, you're not sure. There's only one way to find out. You have to get closer. That is your maximum movement.
I know. Yep. So that'll be my next turn. We'll be just discovering more.
Yeah. Okay. Hubert, it is your turn.
Hubert will do the same thing, very similar to what Jack did, and he'll use rock
Okay. So
and attack it with rock.
so you can use your strength roll to do that, or if you have unarmed, you can do that as well. Okay, 16.
I mean, I
is a
could
hit.
have used a bite attack.
That would
That
end
would have
so
been
well.
fine.
Okay, armor class is 8.
Um,
That's a hit. So what is your strength score? 4.
4.
Do 5 damage to this.
Wishing it with rocks repeatedly.
Yeah, you take a pretty big rock. Like, I imagine this might even be like the size of Jack's head. And you smash this rock into the slime with the purple dots. And you see some of it just go, just kind of spurt out in different directions. It minimizes in size, and the rock is entirely unusable now. Anything else for your turn?
Nope. Gonna stay
Okay.
where I'm at too. Yep, not gonna move from where I'm at right now.
Very good. All right. It is now the slime's turn. Hi, Lucky. Oh. So suddenly, Lucky joins the battle and is here to help the party. You see the slime here with the purple dots tries to take its pseudopod and slap Jack again. Oh, I forgot to do some shit. Actually, Hubert, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Because we squished it and acid went everywhere.
Maybe.
Oh, really?
I was surprised I didn't get punished when I hit it with a rock.
Okay.
I forgot. There were so many things going on. Okay, you're fine. All right. Jack, because you said something and reminded me, can you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
Add +2 to whatever this is.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
13.
13's fine. Nothing happens. Okay. The pseudopod tries to slap you across the face, Jack, and it rolled a 6, so it probably misses. The one with the red dots over here will slowly try to do the same thing to you.
I don't like where this is going.
Boing. 10.
Jack is just dancing and dodging as all these little slimes are slapping at him.
Very good. Leif, it is now your turn.
Leif goes into a crouch. He's got a torch in one hand and his wooden sword staff in the other. And he begins slowly stroking and then faster and faster, like he's working a piece of flint and steel. He runs the torch down the length of the sword, and the sword unleashes a torrent of fire. Firebolt at the one with red eyes.
12's a hit. All right.
9 points of fire damage. Whoosh.
Tell me what it looks like as it's consumed by the fire.
Yeah, so I think Jack is like spinning in circles. Of course, Jack probably has this expression on their face, like, no worries, no cares in the world. Yeah, so what? What, you want a piece of me? And then just suddenly this torrent of fire just hits at the base and just kind of swoops up its entire form, and it's entirely alight. It's almost like the thing is made of fuel. It's just glowing and basking in this flame and sizzling right there in front of Jack, and just dwindles.
Yeah, as it kind of flares up in a final show of fire, Jack, it casts a long shadow all over your form. You essentially see Jack, like, gracefully diving out of these attacks, and you're just dancing both in front of the other slime and on the floor in your shadow.
It almost looks like a tribal bonfire dance.
Yeah, something like that.
And if Jack looks my direction, I wink at Jack.
I wink back.
Uh-oh. Ratchet, it's your turn. You're muted.
Someone cast silence.
Thank you. Let's take a shot at the other one. It worked pretty well for the one that's down now.
Yeah.
A 22.
That hits.
There's no way this
12.
splashes acid on me.
Max damage again.
Tell me what this looks like.
I think the arrow hits it right in that that little bird skull that's sticking out of the front, and it's just the shards of bone rippling through its gooey body.
You all hear a deafening crack as the arrow pierces through that skull and splinters it. The caustic slime crashes down into a pool, bubbling a few final times, or rendered inert at your feet. That is the end of combat.
I only just noticed in this fight, because I zoomed in, I thought it was little flames surrounding the enemy. But we have like spring leaves, and all the enemies have had fall leaves.
Hmm.
I only just noticed that.
Yeah. In a lot of the like base D&D campaigns, they usually have like a red border around NPCs. So I think this is kind of an homage to that.
Nice.
Step closer and do an inspection of the remnants of these creatures. See if there's any valuables therein, or if there's any bits that are salvageable or maybe have a purpose.
Ooh, okay. As you're checking out the caustic slimes, let me get an investigation check from you.
And then I'm going to call over Leon to come back.
Dirty 20.
Okay, hold on. Leon, did you move forward?
I was gonna I was leaning more forward this way. I just do it one extra square because I was just kind of be like, when it was my turn, I was gonna say I was gonna head this way.
Okay, hold on. You step there.
Oh no!
Right.
Everyone roll initiative again.
So we'll say that it just takes you a minute. Like you're kind of looking around, trying to investigate, and you hear Jack call you from over your shoulder. As this is happening, I just kind of want to check what everyone else is doing. What is Ratchet doing?
I think Ratchet is trying to head through. He's one of the few that hasn't been able to see into this next room yet, and is just very carefully trying not to step in the caustic goo.
Yes. You can easily jump over the puddles. You do get the sense that it's very bad to step in those puddles. So that's a good call.
I feel like that's probably what I did.
And what is Hubert doing? You see in front of you, Leif has bent down and is kind of poking through the puddles trying to find treasure.
I'll move a little bit to there and just kind of be on Overwatch.
Okay. All right. So,
Rip Leon.
Leon, you're kind of wandering forward, and this is a very curious little cavern here. As you're beginning to round this corner, you realize that there is sort of alcove right here. You just need one more step forward to be able to see it. And
Can I kind of see the outline of it from like the rocks at all, or?
you get the sense you have to step forward one more time. But you have a choice here, because the moment before you take one more step, you hear Jack call your name. What do? Do you take that step first and then go to Jack, or do you go to Jack first?
I do the third option. What do you want? I'm over here trying to check this out.
Come back here. I
That's
need
it.
you for a moment.
He kind of sighs, knowing that like he feels kind of useless here because he knows his hammer will probably get destroyed if he tries anything else. So he'll just go, okay, and then he'll walk back.
I'm gonna uncork the healing potion I was given earlier and hold it out to Leon. I need you to drink this.
Ooh. Okay. And he downs it.
Okay. I think that was one of the scuffed healing potions, right?
We got it for free. I don't know if it was scuffed.
I think it was one of the ones that Eliza gave. I believe that was just going to be a 1d4.
Oh, we got two from the first village when we asked for supplies.
Okay, yes. That
Right,
one...
that's true.
I took one and Leon took one.
Okay. Then that's a regular healing potion. That's a 2d4 plus 2. As this is happening, Leif, you poke through. Wow, that's so unfortunate. That's double.
Well, that's 4 health at least.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's minimal roll there. Leif, as you're looking through, there's nothing. The caustic slimes have just completely eaten away at anything that they got into their bounds. You heal 4 hit points there.
Yeah, one away from full health.
Yeah, level
Hey,
1.
Ain't bad.
Now that I have an empty potion bottle, I'm gonna try to carefully scoop up some caustic slime.
Okay.
Okay. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
I was giving a blessing earlier. I'd like to use that now.
Okay.
Nat 20.
All right. You can add 1 vial of caustic slime into your inventory.
Let's go.
What are you gonna do with that?
There's always uses for poisons.
Oh, poison.
That's probably sending so many alarm bells for Ratchet.
No, he's a ranger. He's like, yeah, you're right. There's a lot of uses. It's the first time we've agreed on anything.
All right, well, unless anyone else wants to gather some.
Yeah.
I didn't bring any vials. I would. I was thinking about it, but where do I put it?
Leif, that's a awful lot of fire you've been throwing around. Is that your
defense
specialty
sauce.
or something?
I used up all my spells. That's all I got left.
Is that new dipping sauce for your chicken fingers?
Could be.
I,
The
I feel like
cave.
chicken fingers is like a inappropriate euphemism in this world.
Yeah, the
Chicken man.
chicken people in this world are called Gallus, Gallus. Chicken fingers, maybe it's just like, maybe it's a type of like fried and battered beetle that
Yep.
was like found, it was basically invented by a chicken person.
Wombat toes. Yep.
Yeah, something like that.
I was
One of
thinking
those like
slugs,
cheap,
too.
like all you can really afford is the oil, but we're gonna cook this.
Yeah.
Chicken fingers are known to be pretty accessible food. So,
Alright, well,
nope, now they exist in our world. Good job.
Okay. I think it's
Gallus
time for us to
digits.
carry on.
Yeah.
Ratchet, would you mind looking up as we go?
Yeah, we should probably keep checking for more of these things on the ceiling.
And
24 perception. I'm keeping a
Okay.
real good eye out.
Oh yes.
yeah, within
look
torch.
up- You look up and there is slime residue just smeared all over this cave. It's really difficult to tell what, is that a slime or is that just buildup? It's dark. It's damp.
Slime gets everywhere. I hate it.
There's no slime near you yet.
Well, let's start casually walking forward.
As you begin to move forward, it's quiet. Too quiet.
Haha.
Here
Uh-oh.
we go.
Not the words too quiet.
Too
What? Is there just
quiet.
okay? Last time we heard too quiet.
We'll be fine.
Hey, I didn't want to move.
Oh, okay, my bad. Stay right there.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And then we never heard
No.
from Hubert again, lost in the
With-
dark of the
The
cave.
dungeon
With me-
master is
with me
laughing,
being
so
here,
it's already
'cause-
too late for us. So yeah.
What's really interesting from my many years of playing D&D on virtual tabletops is like different kinds of ways that people use virtual tabletops. Some people like will like actually roleplay every single step that they move in the game, and some people they only
Mhm.
move it like when it's important. So it's kind of hard to find that middle ground for stream. So sometimes I'll like move tokens forward because I need to move the map or something like that. But please feel free to overwrite that at any time. I'm just trying to facilitate the thing. But yeah, so as you kind of move around this bend, you are able to see around
Ekka's looking everywhere but the alcove.
the corner. All right.
Who is there?
So, quick question. I see the reveal. Here in the middle of the room, what are we actually looking at here? Are these like pools of liquid or are these columns of rock? What are these dark, unusual shapes in the space? What are those?
Yeah, as you are stepping closer in, you can see them from a distance, these dark pools coming closer and closer, especially with the torch in your grasp. You are able to see that these are deep pools of gathered slime. Much like the slime trails that you saw at the beginning of the cave, these are deep recesses of that same substance. And it is here that all of a sudden, from the ceiling,
What is this music?
This is great. Whatever it is.
you see
Oh no!
multiple slimes just spool off the ceiling and land wet and loud thuds all around you. And a particular gathering of slime to the south roars up above you. I need everyone to roll me some initiative.
Ooh, nice. Is that a
All right,
slime?
Leon, I'm gonna need you to flirt with the slime.
Remember, they're slow. So we can just go.
God, I don't I'm new here.
So what do you call a collection of slimes, right?
Puddle.
Slurp.
It's a slurp of slimes.
I like
Oh,
this.
that's a
Slather
good
of
one.
slimes.
I like slurper slimes.
Slurpy slime.
I believe it's a ranch of
would it be a
slimes.
puddle?
Ranch of slime.
Slime Rancher is
Puddle.
such a fun game.
When are we gonna play Slime
I'm
Rancher
glad
2?
people know my reference.
I loved Slime Rancher. I played the shit out of that game. Okay.
Another reference. It's a flubber of slimes.
Don't get it. I don't think anyone will get that one.
I got it.
No, okay. At least somebody did.
I got it.
Maybe if you had like a little red toy car or something.
All right. Why did the music stop?
Stuff like as soon as you had the tokens up here.
Okay. They drop down from the ceiling, and you see also dropping down. Okay. Is a curtain of slime.
Oh.
Is there supposed to be a symbol there?
Yes. So what you see there is essentially hazardous terrain.
Oh.
As a curtain of loose slime comes just coating all over the group of you. And
Oh, great.
you are now sticky. The floor is sticky. Everything that you own is sticky. We
Since-
see...
Since Ratchet was specifically watching the ceiling and he is like at the edge of this, can I make a dex save to try and
Oh, yeah.
like just scoot a little out of it?
I think that is totally reasonable. Let me get a DC 12 dexterity saving throw.
You don't want to get slimed?
A 13, just enough.
Yeah,
And
you get
just
to like
scoot.
move. Yup. You just see it coming down and you're able to react just in time.
No warning, just gets out of the way. Like, I'm not dealing with this.
Excellent.
There was no time. I only beat it by 1. I didn't have enough time to say anything.
Didn't have enough seconds.
Okay. You see this massive tower of slime just.
Uh-oh.
That was a near TPS. Total party slime. That's close. There.
Begins to.
We're on like an episode of Nickelodeon right now.
I know, that's what
real?
I was just thinking.
That was what I was thinking
Nickelodeon.
too.
Okay.
What color is the slime we're covered in?
It is this sort of bluish purple iridescence. So it's very pretty, especially with the green glow all around you.
Nice. I love this so much.
And the green glow coming from specifically our little orbit friend over there carrying like a dozen mushrooms.
Yeah. You're almost glowing, my friend. Okay. You see this tower of slime come lurching forward, and as it does, you see that it is shifting. This particular one seems to warble quite a bit, maintaining no distinct shape. It is essentially shifting between different colors at the moment. See a rainbow, a kaleidoscope of hues.
Oh no.
Hmm.
I already know where that's going and I hate it.
Leon, you are covered in slime. If you want to try to escape the slime, you need to roll me a DC 12 strength saving throw.
Cool. Well, I do plan to move, so I have no choice in that one.
Mhm.
But-
17. Okay, you manage to pull yourself free from the slime. The slime will count as hazardous terrain, so moving one space takes 10 movement instead of 5.
would I be able to? Because I think I've got 30.
I believe everyone has 30.
Okay,
Mhm.
so would I be able to then do this? Okay. 'Cause
Yes.
That's 1 square, 2 square. Okay.
That's your whole movement right there.
That's
You are
fine.
no longer in the slime.
Sweet, but I'm about to put my hammer in this slime because I've got no other moves to do. So
Okay.
I'm not gonna grapple slime.
I'm gonna color
So-
code them to make it easier.
Okay, blue slime. I'm going to attack the blue slime with two-handedly with my warhammer because at least these slimes I knew it actually did something. So. Great.
Oh no!
Whoa.
This is not the time to be critically missing.
Listen,
Oh, that is a nat 1.
net 1.
Okay. You fail. Fortunately, it doesn't really do anything extra bad. You just don't
Nice.
hit it.
Oh, okay, so I just completely whiff it.
Yeah.
Cool.
5e doesn't have the you rolled a 1. Things go really bad.
Well,
Yeah, it
I
does
just
not
thought maybe it would just like I'd hit the thing and then it would just attach itself to my hand.
The only exception is like skill checks of you're trying to persuade someone, but you do it so badly they're just
Mhm.
not going to listen to you after that.
persuade the slime and it fails horribly.
Hi, John. Thank you so much
Oh.
for the 1,000 bits. You get a card draw. Who do you want to give a card to? They're about to go into a boss fight. Thank you so much.
Zombie just rolled a 1 that he
No,
could use a
John,
card to
no.
feel better about.
Yeah.
Leon, you
okay.
say?
Okay. All right.
Oh, damn it, John.
Thank you so much. All right, go ahead and draw this, and if it's applicable right now, I'll go ahead and just play it instantly.
I'm
Oh
sure.
God, what if it's like the flames card?
It's gonna be the skull card. No whammies, no whammies, no
Just
whammies.
not Don John.
No whammies. Stop.
Okay, just.
Zombie got the night card.
A big gold coin falls out of the ceiling and lands on you, I guess. We'll say that a pretty crystal rock falls from the ceiling and bonks you on the head. You don't take any damage. You now have a gemstone, an uncut gemstone worth 50 gold.
Is it like crystallized slime?
Yeah. Well, actually, I like that a lot better. It's crystallized
Yeah.
slime.
Okay. Okay, I guess I'll just have it in my hand because I'll perceive this as like I can't use this for anything other than it's pretty, and I don't think I can use it.
I mean, you can hit. You can hit stuff with it if you want.
Okay,
It's a rock.
True. Okay.
This is the most expensive thing I own. Smash.
Yeah. Well. Yes. No. You know what? No. Whether it be my next turn or this turn, I want to basically just put it in my backpack.
Yeah. It's fine. You can just put it in your backpack.
Okay. That's yep.
It's like a very hard booger. Yep. That's so funny. Okay, Leon,
Thank you,
that
Indy.
is your turn. Leif, it is your turn now.
So, a quick question. I've been blasting these slimes with fire,
Mhm.
and I'm wondering, does it seem like the slime that they leave behind, and even this slime that fell off the ceiling, is it itself flammable?
I would say that none of the slimes you have fought seem flammable.
Okay, that's good, because half of my friends, or most of my friends, are covered in slimes. That'd be bad if suddenly slimes are on fire. So, with one big mighty raise of my arms, torch and sword, and then a hop in the air, I unleash firebolt at the big boss slime. And
Okay.
there's a whoosh.
All right.
Whoosh.
Okay.
Whoa!
23 is a
almost
hit.
Nice. 5 fire damage,
Okay.
and then I run.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Where?
run around the corner of this slime over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess 6.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay. So, as you are running over in this direction,
around the slime. Yes.
around the slime, you notice something about Hubert.
Oh.
Oh.
You?
Did I skip Hubert in the turn order? I did. Hubert was supposed to go first. Okay, well, the reason Hubert didn't go first is because Hubert drew the void card.
What?
As you look at Hubert, you can see the amount of slime that has fallen down on Hubert. Hubert is basically stuck and suspended in slime and is going to need help to get out of this casing of slime. You're essentially halfway Han Solo'd in this goopy, mucusy kind of material. At the same time, because you've rounded the corner, Jack, you see the very same thing that's happening to Hubert happening to another person, a birdfolk over here. You see they are struggling in the mucus and they're trying to reach out and call to you. There's just way too much slime.
When you say Jack, you mean Leaf?
No, I mean Jack. You can see
Okay.
it, Jack. Yeah. There's someone... You can see Hubert needs help behind you, and you can see that there is a birdfolk over here that needs help as well.
Okay.
So does that mean Hubert is restrained?
Yes, Hubert is restrained.
Does he get to fight against that?
Yes, he will. Let me make sure.
I have a plan.
Okay, Leif, that's the end of your turn. I'm so sorry I missed your turn. I literally just skipped it. Hubert, what would you like to do? We'll go ahead and do your turn now, but at the top of the turn order, we'll have you in the right spot. So essentially, you are just covered in slime.
Is that a strength save?
Yes, you're gonna find it extremely difficult to do on your own. You're basically being literally like Han Solo'd by this slime. So go ahead and roll a strength saving throw.
I will use one of my 20s for
Oh
this.
my god. Okay. Tell me what this looks like as you like Superman out of what was definitely like a 2-person job.
Who dares? Just kidding. But not really. Yeah. Who dares?
Love it. Because you're an owl. Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Any opportunity.
The puns are always a hoot.
Don't start him
Nice.
on puns.
Oh no.
Nice. I love it.
Not the warning.
Okay. Wow. All right. That will unfortunately be your action as you break free out of this slime. You will essentially...
Huge.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, Ratchet, it is now your turn.
Right. I'm going to slip out this way so that I can see the big one and take a shot at it.
From your vantage point, you can also see this individual over here that is restrained, much like Hubert was.
Okay. I will take my shot first.
Okay.
15.
15 is a hit.
Okay. 12 piercing.
Okay.
Give me just a second here. Okay, I can roll other numbers.
Because you kept rolling the
that's the
same thing.
Hey, look,
It's the
I didn't
third
question
time I
when
got a
Leif
12.
rolled like 4 5s on that firebolt.
Well, the thing is, 12 happens to also be max damage, so I did max damage with 3 arrows in a row, and I was like, hold on, is this rolling correctly? All right, it seems to be working fine. And then I will shout, Leon, behind you. Looks like they need your help.
Okay. So something interesting happens. A split second before your arrow hits the slime, you see it shifting in color. Where it was once rainbow, it suddenly changes into a bright crimson color, and your arrow just hits it solidly, doing 10 piercing damage to it. And it maintains this bright, almost startling red crimson color.
10 instead of 12?
Sorry, 12. Yep, I took the additional
Yeah.
damage, 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna use its super move, everyone.
Oh no, I knew it. This thing's gonna rotate its goddamn resistances.
Okay,
Right, that's all for me.
good. Jack, it is your turn.
Are the strength saving throws if we want to move from the spot?
Yes.
Okay,
Wanna break free.
I'm
You are
gonna use
restrained.
my action to cast Prestidigitation and clean myself off.
Okay. I will let you know that you don't have to really do that. Essentially, the sticky part that's making you do the saves is the floor, and it's not technically part of your body. You can do Prestidigitation if you want. You'll be clean and you won't have slime on you, but the ground is still hazardous terrain.
Is it my action to do the strength saving throw?
To break free, no. Not in this is a special case.
We'll start with that.
18.
18.
Okay. Now you can move freely on the terrain. It is just 10 instead of 5.
Are these like big rocks that we can't go on?
You can jump on them. They are essentially like mushrooms.
20. Can I go like here?
Yep. So that's 10, 20, 25. Yep.
Okay. Then I'll use Prestidigitation on this person who's now within 10 feet to try and clean some of the slime off of them.
Ooh, okay. Yes, you can definitely do that. What does it look like as you're casting this spell?
So Jack gets pretty close to them and then pulls their arms all the way back into the big clap, and it's almost like a visible shockwave that clears the slime off of them.
As the slime comes dripping off of their face, you see that this is a dusk corvum, essentially another dark feathered crow person, just like Leif. And she looks at you with bright eyes and she says, "Oh, wow, thank you so much. Oh, holy amaranthine, whoa, that was huge." And she looks over at the careening slime that's pulled up almost 8 feet tall.
Do you have any advice on the giant color changing one?
She points towards it. "I want to get a sample of that." Immediately just like hops down and begins to head towards the slime.
Leon, don't let her die.
Okay, I'm gonna add her to the turn order now.
Sorry, I'm having thoughts of a different thing right now.
A big like JRPG NPC energy.
All
Oh my god.
right, that's Jack's turn.
Sudden mid-mission escort quest.
All of the all of the NPCs in any escort quest, they always have the most buggy AI, and they just put
Yep.
themselves in the worst possible situations.
We're gonna round this corner and she's gonna be stuck on the other side of the alcove again.
She's just glitching on some terrain. Okay, it is now the sticky slime's turn. The one in front of you, Leon, pulls up a pseudopod and it tries to punch you in the stomach. A 6 is a miss. Nothing happens. This one
Yay.
here that is glowing slightly more green goes and will try to slap you, Ratchet. 5.
No.
It swings wildly. It's super easy to just step out of the way. No problem.
Thank God these slimes are inaccurate.
And we'll see the slime back here just go kind of lose it for a moment as it's moving through these different pools. Hubert, it is now your turn.
Let's see here.
I'm just scared for when the big
Gonna
one
move.
hits one of us.
I'm
Right.
sure it'll
Don't
be
let it get that far.
fine.
And just keep walking away.
Move to here
Okay.
and are these just sticky slimes now? These are
Yeah.
different. These aren't the caustic ones.
No, they are not.
So there's a chance your weapon could get stuck in them, and they're resistant
Yeah.
to bludgeoning and piercing. As far as we know.
I'll try a two-handed swing with
Hey.
longsword.
As absolutely a hit. Go ahead and deal some damage for a 17.
Nice.
Wow, that's really good. You slash down with your longsword, a hefty blow that would cleave any creature in half, but you see there is a little bit of resistance here as it takes half damage. So it takes 5 damage. It is still up, but it looks pretty devastated. Its general size has shrunk significantly. Anything else for you?
No.
Okay. It is now the shifting slime's turn. As it's moving through the cavern, it still maintains this bright red color. And it will move. And as it moves here, Leon!
Who would have ever guessed?
It's gonna try to swallow you.
I knew it!
Listen. Yo, how about some dinner first?
Okay, it's gonna make one pseudopod attack against you. Okay, it has to grab you first, so I'll roll to attack. 12.
As they say, meats beats.
Holy
Oh,
shit,
no.
that's so wild. Okay,
Uh-huh.
you take
I had to.
5 acid damage as it grabs
Oh.
you. You see this appendage just come whipping forward, and as it grabs you, coiling around you like a snake, you take 5 acid damage and you are now restrained. Reread this.
Oh. If she has to do another attack, a pseudopod attack, and if it lands, you get swallowed.
Makes one against a target. It is grappling. Okay, it'll only be able to swallow on its next turn. So you see it slowly pulling Leon towards it, telegraphing that it's going to try to consume Leon whole. And all this while, you just keep seeing the pulsing red color of the shifting slime. Fortunately, it is your turn. If you want to try to escape, it will use your action. You can use athletics or acrobatics.
And if I try to swing at it in my state, it'd be disadvantage, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, let's try to escape. We'll go with escaping.
Okay.
What am I rolling again? I'm sorry.
You can choose athletics or acrobatics.
Ooh, I'm good at both. However, this is a higher better, so... Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow, 22. You break free. Tell me what,
Hell yeah.
how do you do this? What do we see here?
So, I think we're gonna go kind of, with what he knows. He knows his wrestling skills. So he sees kind of the... He goes in for a grapple, he grabs him. So, if you did describe this, I apologize, but did he, like, grab me around the waist?
Up to you. You can describe it however you want.
I wasn't sure if you had already. Okay. So he's kind of got me kind of like almost in a waist lock almost. And so I kind of like somehow I'm able to just elbow my way around it where I can like kind of like push because it's liquidy but yet also sort of solid. It's kind of weird. So he just kind of like elbows himself out of it and able to take the tentacle or the being, it looks like a tentacle, sorry, and it just rolls over and he has it with his arm. He just rolls over and able to push it aside. But instead of him like pushing the object, he kind of just falls on the ground. But he was able to kind of escape and kind of like back up against the rock a little bit. And he's like, "Oh, it was close, but I know how to get out of grapples. I got you." And he's he's being confident, but there's a little part of him inside that's a little freaked out by that. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is your action, unfortunately, but you can move if you want. If you, it's kind of tough because there
I was
are
gonna say
attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna, because I feel like no matter where I move, I'm gonna get attacked by either the little one or the big one. So
Are potions actions or bonus actions?
In our game, we are going to make them bonus actions.
Just putting it out there. I believe Leon has the other real one, and I think Ratchet may have bought the scuffed ones.
Did I buy
don't
a
have it
real
on my
one?
character sheet.
I would say I don't have it in my where I put all my
I
treasures.
know
and stuff.
someone bought scuffed ones from Eliza, and I'm pretty sure Leon took the other full one.
I might have.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'll go by your memory, because I did, if I did do it, I forgot to write it down.
Yeah, well, we
So.
can just say that we have the scuffed ones just in like a party log. So you'll have to decide who takes it outside of combat, but you do have the other full one if you want to take it.
Okay. I guess Liam will look at it, kind of give a look over to Jack, and be like kind of tip it in his head, like, is it okay if I drink this, or is it okay if I take this?
Just gives you a look of, do you want to die? Gesturing to that thing.
I don't want to be greedy, but okay. And then he takes a drink of it.
You hear a corking sound and a ah.
Oh, drink.
Like an ambient ah.
Yeah, that was a Baldur's Gate reference. Sorry, I'm not as good as I hoped with the noises. Yes, go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 2.
2d4. Oh.
Wait, he rolls double ones again, right?
So 6, you
6.
heal for 6.
Yes, full health. Let's go.
Awesome.
That's exactly full health, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Because I was at half health when I got grappled.
Okay, you see this very young, sprightly, energetic researcher just saunter up. Completely enthusiastic.
Oh God!
She tries to touch it.
Don't try and touch that! I yell out because I think yelling's a free action.
It is a free action.
Okay, I yell that then.
Touches it.
No!
Touches it.
Just 2 damage. Okay, you see her reach out and she's just trying to literally just grab it with one of her clawed hands. And it sticks for a moment to her and she pulls free. Whoa! And she begins to rummage around in her backpack and you just see things flying in different directions as she's looking for something. That's her turn. Leif,
We're gonna get hard saved by this NPC. We gotta protect them.
Yeah.
Leif, it is your turn.
So I don't know how many hits this great pseudopod has taken so far. I know I blasted it once with fire. Has
Mhm.
anybody really attacked it? I don't
Yes.
think it's taken.
I got a
Ratchet.
strong arrow on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So this seems like a desperate situation. Glancing back and forth as waiting for my turn to come around. I've been watching everybody, and I think the one over by Ratchet and Hubert is started to diminish. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to target that one because I want to get those guys in the fight against the boss. So I focus. I raise my sword. I give it a twist in the air, and I give it the air a poke as I release a firebolt. Amazing magic! Yay! 17, 2 points fire damage.
2 damage. Excellent. You see a lick of fire burnish away some... Burnish? That's not right. Burn away some of this slime. Burnish, it gets shinier. Anything
Does Leif
else?
shout Ignis as they throw the firebolt?
Yeah, every time. In fact, he tries to mix it up, and he uses different words that derivative of the primordial Ignis.
Okay.
That
Keep
was
it
also a
interesting.
Baldur's Gate reference.
There you go.
Excellent. You want to move at all?
No, he feels safe. Hidden behind a zone of slime that I'm sure the slimes can move through freely.
This will
I'm
protect
good.
me.
Yeah.
Excellent. Ratchet, it is your turn.
I'm going to take the attack of opportunity to move over this way so Hubert can focus on dealing with that one. I know it'll attack, but they haven't rolled particularly well.
That's a dangerous thing to say right before you take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, well, I like to live dangerously.
Roll a nat 1. It misses
Nat 1.
terribly.
Okay.
Oh, I know what happens here. Hubert, roll me a perception check.
I'm going wild on the keytar in this cave.
Okay, Hubert, you can't quite explain it, but in this moment where Ratchet moves swiftly behind you, dodging out of this free pseudopod attack that just lashes out in the air, you feel a sudden breeze. Where did the breeze come from? You're inside. Just as quickly as it had come, it's gone. For no reason.
No reason.
No reason at all.
Okay. What else would you like to do with your turn, Ratchet?
I would like to take another shot at the big pseudopod.
Hey. It is still
And
bright
I still
red.
have one remaining pocket 20.
That you'll use later.
So let's make this a crit.
Okay.
I'm telling you, you're gonna roll a 20 normally.
So before you roll, would you like to roll double dice or just double whatever you roll?
Let's do double what I roll.
Okay. Go ahead and do an attack, and we'll double it up.
That was another max damage.
Wow.
So that's 20 total damage.
Oh my god. Okay. So, you line up the shot. You see the second that Leon breaks free from it, it kind of rears back almost like a tidal wave, gathering strength. And this is the perfect optimal time for you to shoot it. It clears from your friends. Take the shot. You shoot an arrow right through its center mass, and it punches a hole through it devastatingly. You have done significant damage to it, and you see it begins to deflate on itself. However, it is still in the game. It seems significantly weakened. Does it change
That
color?
was amazing.
It is still bright red. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Jack, it is your turn.
I'm going to take a step.
That blow was so significant, it changes size.
I'm gonna take a step in, and as I do, I'm going to thrust out my rapier.
Okay.
Does a 22 hit?
It does.
3 piercing.
Okay. You do 3 piercing damage. As you do, you punch another hole into it. It begins leaking slime almost. It doesn't seem like it can take another blow like that.
I would have felt so sad if that had been the killing blow.
It's still up. All right.
That's
Yep.
it for me.
Okay. The slime on you, Leon, goes 16.
Yep, Baruni.
Okay. You take 4 bludgeoning damage as it hits you right in the gut.
Oh! Boy, weak spot today, appear.
The slime up here. Going for Hubert, 19. That's a hit. Take 5 bludgeoning damage as it hits you right across the shin. The slime. Ends its
Oh.
turn.
It surfaced like a submarine.
Yeah, all you see is just like a single pseudopod just kind of inching forward through
Here
the
comes
slime.
the real boss.
Yeah, it comes out all of a sudden. Roar! Just like mass. I'm not
Oh
kidding.
god.
I'm
Turns
kidding.
black.
I'm kidding.
To do that to me.
I'm sorry. It was a joke. Hubert, top of the turn order. It is your turn. The slime in front of you does not look stable.
I'll take a swing at it.
All right. That is a nat 1. You try to hit it, and it just kind of falls out of the way. Fortunately, that's a miss. Anything else for you?
I guess I'm not sure. Is that a action? Sorry, one sec.
Hmm?
Never mind. That's it for me.
Okay. It is the shifting slime's turn, and now has 3 different people it can choose from.
It's gonna be Leon though.
It's going to be you, Jack. Pseudopod goes. 18 is a hit. You take 6 acid damage as you are now restrained. Held by this pseudopod, it like holds you up in the air as much as it can. It's shaking terribly. It looks like it's going to fall at any given moment. Leon, it is your turn.
I'm fine. Definitely not 70% dead.
Oh, I'm so glad it hit you and not the NPC who has 4 HP.
Yeah.
Oh, I was muted the whole time. Great.
Oh, my bad.
Nope, you're fine. I was just, all I said was that Leon is just kind of stuck back in awe of the whole arrow going through, causing the big kind of explosion, and then Jack, they coming up and just stabbing in the side, and kind of just lines up all right, and he goes, looks at his hammer and goes, please, let fate be on my side. And he goes and he brings it up to crash it down on top of the big being, or the
Okay.
small being.
Okay, the shifting slime. 23 is a hit. Roll that
Whoa.
damage.
5,
Ooh.
please.
Tell me what that looks like.
Yes. All right. So Leon, as he says that, he brings it down, and there's like a kind of like a force to it, where he kind of even, as you see sometimes in like those cartoons when someone swings a mallet really hard, they jump up in the air, so their feet are in the air and the hammer's down like that. So that's what he's kind of doing with the force of it. And as that happens, it kind of just squishes and squawks onto the ground. Considering that the ground's already very sticky to begin with, I just would like to see it kind of blend into the ground, kind of like butter. When you spread butter, just kind of just spreads right onto the floor. So it's even more
Yeah.
sticky.
Reduced into a puddle at your feet. Anything else for your turn?
I don't know if there is anything else. I mean, I guess I could get this. If I moved, it would cause a attack from the other one, right?
Only if you move out of its radius. So if you move here or here, yes. But if you like go around it like that, you're fine.
Where am I? Hold on. What's my health?
We're at 8 hit points.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna risk it. I want to come over here. They're not there. There.
Okay.
I'll risk the attack of opportunity.
All right. It tries to. 19.
Great. Wonderful. That's what I
Take
deserve.
3 bludgeoning damage as it hits you in
That's
the back.
not bad. Still considering. I'll take 3.
Okay. All right. Kiana says, "Oh, wonderful, haha!" And she bends down and she takes out essentially what is like a scalpel. She begins to take like shavings and collect samples of the boss slime and just begins to gather materials here. You're no longer restrained, Jack. So she's gonna spend her whole turn just being a nerd. Leif,
Damn nerds.
Leif, it's your turn. You still see the 3 sticky slimes are up.
Indeed. And I hear a ruckus over here in this little alcove. I don't think I can see in there from where I'm at because we didn't see
Mushrooms
that.
are too dense.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on over there, but I do see that Hubert had been pounded pretty substantially in the last round. So I think that's where my focus is. I level the sword, and with one eye closed, then I switch to the other eye. I unleash a firebolt from the end of the wooden sword-shaped staff. Boosh! 6 points of fire.
Nice.
Tell me what this looks like.
Yeah, so this wobbly glob is standing there in a threatening pose, getting ready to pummel Hubert some more, and suddenly this speedy flash of fire jets out from the side and punches a hole through it. I don't know if this slime has eyes. It probably extends some of its appendages to try to look down at the hole that's been punched through it, and then as it's struggling to see the hole, it just kind of withers and oozes out onto the floor.
Definitely doesn't have any organs, any eyes, but I like to imagine it still kind of like pulls into like a flubber-esque humanoid shape, and you just see like a blob of a head look down. There's no face or anything, but it still does all of that. I will say, Leif, you're the only one who sees this and hears this. But as you cast that fire spell, you swear you could have heard a Was that a face in the firebolt?
Oh. What?
I don't know what that means. I don't know.
Flames.
I don't know why. What is? What could that mean? I don't know. You have drawn the flames card.
That's why Ratchet keeps warning you not to use fire spells.
I feel the power. Oh. Of course, again, as always, whenever he embraces magic, he tingles all over.
With the flames card, a powerful supernatural force is drawn to you. I imagine young Leif doesn't know the ramifications quite yet. To be determined. Okay. Would you like to move?
No, feeling pretty confident with his distance between him and the enemies.
Okay. Ratchet, you see a firebolt has taken down the slime in front of you. It is now your turn.
All right. The purple one I don't think can get to anybody this turn, so I'm gonna take a shot at the blue one.
Okay.
17.
Is a hit.
8 damage.
Okay.
Wait a minute, that's not 12. I think you broke your damage.
Darn it.
Oh no. As you shoot this slime, you see the arrow hit true, and like before, you see the arrow kind of impact and then sort of slowly diminish in its velocity, almost as if it only did half the damage. Anything else for you?
That's okay. Nope.
More damage is still a lot of damage. Jack,
Mhm.
it is your turn.
Jack is heavily injured. But even still, they're going to step forward and try to take another thrust at this blue one.
Okay.
Nat 20, baby!
That's a hit. All right. That's going to be a total of 7 damage. Okay.
1d8 plus... I don't think it did the bonus damage.
It did. It rolled
2.
+2.
Oh, sorry. It was the exact same number as my modifier.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So it takes half damage here. It takes 3 damage because we round down, unfortunately. So you line up a very devastating shot, but unfortunately it just loses velocity as soon as you impact it. But I'll say that you strike quickly and smoothly enough that you don't get stuck into it. Like butter, you
Right.
go in and out.
Now to die.
It is its turn. And you are the only one that's in melee range. 7 is a miss.
I'm just gonna deflect that with my rapier.
See the other one slowly crawl forward. Hubert, it is your turn.
You got this, Jack.
Can't move close enough. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3.
If you go along the edge, you can get between both of them. It's 25 feet.
Yeah, 5, 10,
Whatever.
15,
Yeah.
5. Yeah, this is 25.
Hubert's a swift Strig, so he has 35 move.
Mm-hmm. I like that the different Humblewood races have their own like minor details of differences. It's really cool. Instead of just copy pasting all of them.
I don't know, like with the movement, I either can move to there or to there
Mm-hmm.
with what I have with avoiding the slime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, you're
I guess
fine. Take your time.
I'll move here and
Blue one is heavily injured.
well, I'm thinking more like doing a lay on hands on Jack is what I'm thinking.
Oh.
Even though I'm moving like into a really nice spot to be when I'm already hurt, I do lay on hands. I heal Jack. I give Jack a gentle slap for 3 points of healing.
The big old football pat on the back.
Warms, yeah, nice clap on the back. Hey.
When you do your lay on hands, do we see any like light effects, pixels floating in the air?
It's since I follow my patron, it would be like static electricity. It'd be a little bit of lightning,
Okay.
a little zap.
Forms.
Yep. Pulls a static electricity sock off them, right? Pulls a
Little bit of
Yep.
a small crackle.
low whiff of ozone. Yeah.
Mm.
And a
Mhm.
spark.
Tasty.
Yep.
Love the smell of rain. Fantastic. All right, so you recover 3 hit points there, Jack. That guy's dead. Leon, it's your turn.
I guess I probably could have stayed where I was, but whatever. So I was gonna try and like sort of half protect our little NPC friend here, but yeah, I guess I'll just walk up here, and then I'll just attack purple with my hammer.
Okay.
16.
16's a hit. All right.
So half, right?
Yep. You hit it and it goes boing, boing, boing. You almost bounce off.
Ooh, this one's bouncy.
As you hit it with your hammer, I need a DC 12 strength saving throw.
Oh yeah, it's this again.
Yep.
Oh, strength saving. I can maybe. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
22.
Let's go.
You just yank it right out. You are totally fine.
I got it now. I figured it out.
Kenna continues just scrape, scrape, scrape. Oh, that's one vial. Now for the second vial. Leif, it is your turn.
Fire. But the first one, 12. I don't know if that hits.
Yeah. What does this look like?
So this is a big blast. It's almost like the power is unthrottled, unbridled. It's released, and I almost kind of have to stifle back a chuckle, an ecstatic laugh as I feel the power course through me and through the sword. It goosh overwhelms the form of the blue-eyed squish.
Melts right in front of you, Jack. Would you like to move?
The good thing caves have very good ventilation.
Yeah.
And maybe all that extra fire maybe went on to the next one, but you never know.
No. Ratchet, it is now your turn.
My goodness, something's wrong with you, boy. I'll take a shot at the last standing one. A 21 will hit.
Uh-huh.
11 piercing.
So sorry that this is doing half damage. Otherwise, you would have just literally deleted all of these.
I've been on a rampage tonight. It's kind of scary.
Yeah. Again.
Almost like you're a ranger.
Yeah, it's almost like this is what I do.
The arrow lands true. You see a chunk of the slime go flying. And then the rest of the arrow just sort of slowly sinks in. As it takes half damage.
Right.
Jack, it is now your turn.
Nice. Move over here. I was going to do a bite attack for the memes, but I don't have it set up as an attack yet. So we're just going to stab it.
Okay.
But I was gonna.
16's a hit.
10 piercing.
Nice.
What does this look like?
I think instead of doing the thrust that Jack had been, they step over the blue one and do like a little pirouette and do a slash directly across the purple one.
Hmm. And with that, your slash cuts it in twain. Silence falls over the area.
What was the name of the person we were looking for?
Hannah Brightspark.
Time to find out if this is that.
Also, kind of follow as well.
Oh, this is a
Is-
fine specimen.
Jack's just gonna give them a little tap on the head.
You see, she just like looks up at you.
Am I to assume that you are Miss Brightspark?
That is me. Hello. Oh. She looks around at the group of you almost as if actually noticing you for the first time. Oh, hello there. Oh, it's certainly crowded in here now, isn't it?
This is going to become a daily quest, like from World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
She's gonna wander off every day, and we gotta go looking for her. There's gonna be a little blue exclamation point over that lady that we talked to. Yeah, sorry.
Is
Picture
she
music starts
hot?
playing. What?
Kenna looks really young. She looks probably around 18 years old. Yeah. She's pretty, but she has more of like a wild look to her. You can see not only is she just covered in slime from having been plastered up against the wall to be probably slowly digested over time, if not rescued, but like she's got mud smeared on her clothes. Her feathers are not pruned and preened. She is currently shoving vials of this glowing slime into her pockets.
So
Well,
as Leif walks up carrying this torch, and he continues looking over his shoulder because he's tracking that Ratchet, needs to be able to see as well. But as Leif saunters up there, he's got this swagger. Of course, he knows that this must be she, the one to be saved. Of course, just as in the opening scene of our first session, Leif is hanging with his boys in the village, and they're in the market square. He's emboldened with the confidence of being part of a crew. He's emboldened by the confidence of those around him. So he's walking with a swagger up to this girl. But then he stands there for a moment, striking a pose, waiting for her to look at him and acknowledge him. But then he listens to her as she's rambling about, and she seems almost entirely distracted by her task.
Yeah, she doesn't even look at you.
investigation.
From the initial kind of like surveying, she noticed you as a group, but then she's immediately excitedly talking about this goop.
I have an
Yeah.
important question for Leif, real quick.
But
Are you
but as-
doing the awkward bird walk, or are you hopping up to her?
So it's kind of a strut, right? So it probably also involves some tail feathers doing something. You know what I mean? So it's definitely taking a posture.
Your plumage is
Striking to be-
showing.
Exactly, striking to be recognized. But then he stands there unacknowledged, and she's on her task, doing her discovery of whatever she's discovering on this nasty slime. And it's just like, no, what? It's like she doesn't even really seem to know where she is, So suddenly he's just kind of like shaking his head to himself, and it's like, I don't know. No, this isn't what I expected.
This is a really curious specimen. As you can see here, moments ago, it was a bright red color. And I think if I... and you see that she begins like mixing vials right in front of you. She takes essentially what appears to be a frosted over stone, and she drops it into one of the vials, and whoosh, that iridescent color suddenly turns ice blue. Oh, interesting.
So you know, we were hired by your village to come rescue you.
She immediately just shoves everything away and stands up. Thank you for rescuing me. I suppose I was in a bit of trouble there, wasn't I?
What, if I may ask, what possessed you to come into a giant cave like this with all these dangers on your own? No accompaniment, no nothing. Not telling anyone.
Oh, well, I simply needed to collect samples. It's part of my research.
What about the slimes are you trying to research?
She puts her hands on her hips. Well, pretty much anything. Honestly, they are quite an interesting specimen. They aren't alive, but they are. They don't think, but they still move. Not necessarily sentient, but curious and hungry. Fascinating, don't you think so?
Yeah, I learned that I've never done anything with these slimes before, and I've learned that my hammer can go right through them and stick inside, and that's not good for anyone. But this is kind of fascinating how it's both. When I used my hammer again later on, it bounced right off of it like a something that bounces. I can't think of anything at the moment, but very, very fascinating stuff. I agree, but I'm way more concerned about you being here on your own. And I think it would have been nice to at least say to somebody, "Hey, I'm doing this," seeing if anyone would have came with you.
Oh,
Seems kind of reckless, wouldn't you say? I say, looking at her. Then I glance over to the adult in the group, Ratchet, who's presumably the parent of the group, if we have one.
The grandfather.
The adult.
Matcha isn't that old.
I mean, I got a decade on the rest of the party. That's not insignificant at this age.
And at the very least, to Leif, they're basically like ancient.
It's because Leif is like the Gen Z of the party.
We've got like all the generations here.
Yeah, we've got
Oh my
millennials.
god, he's so old. He's like 25.
Kenna says, "Oh, I suppose that's a good idea. I don't usually talk to people, but I'll be sure to do so next time. I suppose it's been a while since I've gone back. I'm out of rations.
I will say this. Someone sent us out here to get you because they valued you as a member of the community. So you
Oh.
do have people that care about you. So don't ever think you're alone.
Well, that's wonderful.
So, if I may ask, have you collected all you need to collect? Because being in here any longer probably isn't any good. I don't want to trigger any more of these things coming at us.
And she pats her satchel. I am all set.
Good.
There's a rapid flurry of things Jack is gonna do real quick.
Okay.
In order of operations, Jack is going to cast Prestidigitation twice, once on herself and once on our little NPC buddy. And then they're gonna turn to Leon and ask for the empty vial of the health flask.
And he'll go. We'll say it's kind of like behind him in his book bag. He kind of threw it in his book bag. You'll see him twinge and kind of like you can tell that he's kind of in pain when he does this, and hands you the vial. He's trying to hide it, but it's kind of visible.
And then Jack is gonna scoop up slime from the big shifting slime.
Oh my god!
Okay.
I've got 3 kinds of slime now, boys.
I need you to roll me a sleight of hand.
Jack, what do you need this for?
4. Damn it.
As you try to scoop up, you it just is more of a matter of most of it's already scooped up by Kenna. So you're just literally trying your best, but you only get a few drops. It's mostly dirt.
Damn. So I don't have 3 slimes.
You do not.
This is tragic. She picked up a lot, right?
Yes.
Jack is going to offer to trade her the vial of caustic slime she grabbed for one of the vials of shifting slime.
No, thank you. I already collected several samples of that slime.
I take out a ration and I start eating it right in front of her, not sharing.
She just stares at you.
I think the Gen Z call that get wrecked.
You're a little as Jack turns away for a second.
From her tools and her manner and her method,
Mm-hmm.
do I have any sense of her profession? Do I believe she is a druid or a wizard, or is she just a researcher, an alchemist?
You can roll investigation or insight.
16.
Okay. 16. There isn't a lick of magic on her. She is 100% a bookworm. Someone who is a researcher, a child of science. She's just an average person who really likes slime.
Yeah, I think Leif has released any youthful anticipation of crushing on what is a pretty girl, and now he's just dismissive. She's not a wizard. She's not a druid, and he turns his back as he eats his ration.
She just kind of like licks her beak a little and then just, when should we leave?
Well,
Should
is
get
there
going.
anything else in the cave worth seeing before we leave?
I didn't get very far. I suppose if you want to look around, I can join you. What time is it?
Late or early, depending on how you want to count it.
Oh, she looks around and there is no way to see the sky deep inside the cave as you are.
It was dark when
Let's
we
get a
entered.
move. We can be back before dawn, I think.
Well, all right. Just lead the way, I suppose.
Goodbye forever, secret +12 longsword hidden deeper in the cave.
I can promise you there's nothing else in this cave.
But
Is that
there's two shadows we
As-
haven't looked at.
As we are filing our way out of the cave, without really saying anything or addressing it, Ratchet is just going to hold 2 rations over to Kenna.
Oh, Is this... Did you want slime as well?
You look like you could use something to eat, little one.
She just takes it, just puts the entire... Well, she opens it first. She throws the wrapper over her shoulder and just completely consumes the ration. There is no decorum in this. There's smears of any sauce on her beak. She is not elegant about it whatsoever, and she devours it almost in one go.
Ratchet
thank
seems
you.
like the type
Delicious.
that would have MREs over rations.
You shouldn't eat so quickly. You'll give yourself hiccups.
So Stella gets hiccups in real life.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
I would
say that.
cry. I fucking hate getting hiccups. Whenever I get hiccups, they're the type that just hurt your body.
Oh
Ugh.
no.
Don't you put that evil on me. Okay. So is the general consensus of the party to keep investigating? Do you want to head back? It is quite late. You haven't slept. It
Leon
is
is-
deep in the
People
night.
are hurt. We've used all our magic.
Leon very much wants to get out of here and go back to the He's starting to feel the adrenaline's starting to wear off a little bit from fighting. He's starting to feel the pain. He just wants to get out of here.
Okay. As you all begin to file out, I want to say thank you so much, Godfather Wraith, for the 5 card draws.
The zombie.
No.
Everyone gets a card. Thank you so much, Tim. It
Oh,
will have
Thank
no impact on the
you.
game whatsoever. Oh, this is perfect. They just finished a boss fight.
Yeah,
They're
the perfect time
hurt.
for it so Stella doesn't kill us with.
They
the
are
cards.
far away from the village, deep in the swamp. I'm sure
Great.
nothing bad will happen.
Thanks a lot.
Stella, stop.
Okay. Ooh, that's a bad card. Okay. Geek
No,
Dice.
it's me. Of course it's a bad card.
On the count of 3. 1, 3.
That's also a bad card.
Great.
Yay.
JR.
Stop.
Oh, it's a good card. You're nice. You're fine. You're fine. V.
Can zombie go first to get rid of the bad card?
Yeah, zombie.
God damn it. God. No whammy. No whammy. No whammy. Stop.
Whammy.
That's a bad card.
Yeah, the plan worked.
God damn it.
V.
Yeah, stop.
That's also a bad card.
How are there only bad cards?
Well,
I swear to God, if it's balance again.
I won't say
I'm just
anything.
not allowed to
If-
have spell
if
slots
I need
this
to-
campaign.
If I need to start making more loved ones so you can take more of them away from me, just let me know.
That's so
Turns into a
funny.
dating sim just so Stella can take them away.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The quest to collect, get them all back.
Okay.
Suddenly Dante's Inferno.
As the group of you are beginning to head out of the cave, is the plan to just head straight back to the Reach, or do you want to set up camp?
I don't think Ratchet wants to set up camp. I think Ratchet wants to go back.
Leon,
Ratchet does want to go back, and Ratchet's in good condition, so he could. But I think he recognizes that everyone else has been beat up at least a little bit, and certainly are low on spells. So perhaps the easiest place to set up camp is just outside the cave.
Leon very much will settle with keeping out camp, but he does give the impression that he'd much rather be back in a comfortable room and just to himself. But at this point, he just needs to heal up. So he is good with whenever we drop, we drop.
Okay. Did we short rest already?
We have not rested at all.
Okay.
No,
No,
we
no
joked about it,
resting.
but we actually didn't do it.
Okay, so if you want to short rest, you could essentially take a breather, do a 45-minute stretch break, and bandage any injuries that you have and basically heal some hit dice. Or you can set up a full camp to get a good night's sleep.
I will direct that question to our spellcasters because everyone else is effectively getting the same thing out of a short rest or a long rest.
Yep.
So it's more up to how the casters feel.
My thought
Look.
exactly.
Either way, we're going to need to sleep before we set out on our journey.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
It's set camp out now, return to town, and then head out right when we get back.
Let's go back to town.
Hubert?
Okay.
Same.
All right. So as you begin to make your way back to town, I need someone to lead the party and roll me a survival check. One person.
Jack is the one who knows the route that's super fast.
Bandit route. That's
Mhm.
correct. Go ahead and roll me survival at advantage.
20.
30-20.
Nice.
Perfect. You remember the exact path you took through the bog. You were able to literally step right through the trail that you previously took. You see in the ground, pressed into the marsh, are your previous footsteps, and you're essentially able to backtrack the way you came. You find that the travel is largely uneventful. The swamp around you is teeming with life. You hear the croaking of creatures, the buzzing of insects, but they don't bother you and they don't slow you down. As you make your way back towards the reach, it is heavily into the night. The sun will probably start to rise here in a few hours, very shortly, and you find most of the reach is asleep. Kenna talks the entire time. Even when she's urged to hush, she goes on and on and on about her research and about how the avium, the place where any birdfolk or humble folk go to learn magic, is somewhere that she's always wanted to be a part of. And she's certain that her dissertation might be what she needs to get her beak in the door.
I listen intently to everything that she says. I studied there, but I don't say anything about it.
Mhm. I just know it. I know that this is all I need. And, oh, I'm so close. So close. Oh, hey, we're here. And you find yourselves entering Knowing Reach. Wow, everyone's asleep. Well, I suppose the fair thing for me to do is to offer you all a drink. For saving my life. Right?
Well, we do have a friend waiting for us at the tavern.
Oh, you know that friend. So Eliza, right?
Oh, Eliza's in town. She immediately just starts running ahead. Her taloned feet are just like slapping on the ground as she just runs towards the inn, leaving all of you in the dust.
Leon will turn over to Jack and go, "Were we supposed to tell anyone when we got back we safely got the person back?"
We can tell them in the morning.
That sounds great. And Jack very slowly, as he's been doing the whole time, just shuffling himself up the thing, going into his room. Or no, he'll stop where they're gonna do drinks because he doesn't want to be rude. So he'll sit and then he'll take the drink that's offered before going to bed.
Jack is just gonna slam down the drink, just chug it, and then go off to bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find that the accommodations are pretty comfortable. The Wrangler's Rest here, the inn that you got 2 rooms, you each have 3 beds, and you're more than... It's super easy to find a place to rest your head for the night. Is there anything that anyone wants to do before we move on into morning?
So
I'll use the last 2 points of lay on hands on Leon.
oh, well, that's nice of you.
So just like Jack had experienced earlier, there's a static or spark of
Rub your
magic.
palms together like a defibrillator. Go, charge!
Clear.
Yeah.
Did I walk across
I rub a
carpet?
balloon behind his ear.
Not the balloon.
Where did you get that?
Where'd this carpet come from? So what do I?
Does Eliza have her own room, or is she sharing one of the rooms we got?
She's sharing one of the rooms. You have 2 rooms. They have 3 beds each. Eliza's sleeping in one of the beds. She is passed out. You can hear her snoring loudly. It's definitely the kind of snore that someone has when they drink a lot.
Jack will be sharing the room with Eliza.
Is there a thing?
I'll be in the
roll
other
for the
room.
lay on
I
hands?
bet you.
No, you just heal 2 hit points.
Oh, just 2. Okay, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I'll be in the other room because Jack strikes me as someone who sings in her sleep.
Snoring, singing, the gurgling of someone's stomach.
Leon will just take the whatever available room there is.
Mhm.
He doesn't
Okay.
care if people sing or whatever.
So the night passes uneventfully. Several hours creep by, and you all hear the sounds of people shuffling around outside. You smell breakfast. The Wranglers rest here. And the outpost slowly yawns awake. It is about, let's say, 7 a.m.
Is this a long rest?
Yes. Effectively, you get all your spell slots, you get all your hit points, everything replenishes. The only thing that doesn't replenish are the arrows that were shot into the caustic slimes.
Do I wake up feeling like I didn't get good rest?
Let me look at your cards real quick.
Wow.
Actually, hold on.
Yeah?
Let's back things up a little
Oh
bit.
no!
Uh-oh.
It's probably fine.
Yeah, sure.
Jack, you have a shitty night of sleep.
God damn it,
You did not draw the balance card. You're fine. You're not going to have to dock anything. But you have a very curious dream tonight. As you're sleeping, you're tossing and turning if anyone's noticing. This was a very stressful evening. You feel that your feet are throbbing. You pushed yourself. Perhaps this has been one of the most difficult days. You dream of another difficult day you had. What happens in your dream? You drew the Urali card. You get to have a flashback. You get to take complete control over this.
So, Jack is dreaming about one of the first heists they were assigned to as a bandit. Back when they were still young, rebellious, and didn't have a really good reason as to why they were doing it. And so they were kind of just, while they were learning, they were half-assing everything. And eventually it led to a major mistake, and the heist went bad. Jack managed to get out and survive, but it was the first time she had to take an innocent life in order to do so. And it's one of the things that sticks with her and still haunts her.
Do you remember any singular detail about the person that you killed? One thing that really sticks out.
They had a silver ring that Jack took.
Jack, when you wake up in the morning, the ring, do you wear it?
Yes, Jack wears 3 different silver rings.
Wake up and you A ring. Maybe your hands are just swollen from a difficult day before. That ring feels extremely uncomfortable for some reason.
I think throughout the day she'll just be fiddling with it, like spinning it on her finger, just trying to adjust it the whole day.
Perhaps some of your friends will notice. Perhaps they won't. But it's time for breakfast. You can hear around you some of your companions are stirring awake, clomping down into the main room of the Wrangler's Rest. You can hear Eliza's voice. She's laughing. Sound of clinking utensils and mugs. Does anyone want to sleep in? Actually, let's see what everyone's morning rituals are. Okay, so if Leon's sleeping in, Ratchet.
I
Camera.
essentially just want to be like, he's gonna wake up a little bit here and there, kind of like falling out of sleep. He's gonna wait till he figures everyone has left and he's the only one in the 2-room area, more or less.
Okay, yeah. Ratchet, when you wake up, what do we see as your morning ritual?
I think Ratchet's probably an early riser. And his morning is probably heading outside. He's not as familiar with this place as he is at home, but he's hoping that there's some kind of like morning news bulletin or something that he can grab. And then he's gonna head inside for coffee and sit and basically read the paper.
As you are out, you are essentially moving through the central plaza. It's not a plaza, it's a clearing, really, where Eliza had set up shop. Eliza's part is not there because it's completely sold out. But there are a few other miscellaneous places set up, and one is essentially a platform of various papers, and you find the equivalent of a newspaper, essentially a leaflet. And while you are there, you notice, strikingly, very obviously, beside you is the magistrate, who's also reaching for a leaflet. So you've returned.
Yes, we got in quite early this morning.
Ah, it is good to hear. And your mission was a success?
Kenna's back safe and sound, still chatting away, unbelievably.
Yes. She has a lot to say, doesn't she?
Well, she's enthusiastic, which is good. Someone her age. She really should not be wandering off to those caves on her own, though.
Well, hopefully she has learned from this, and we will try to keep a closer eye on her. I do not have your payment on hand. It will be secured back at my office. So whenever you are ready to collect it.
When the others are up, I'll have us head your way before we head out.
Very well. And good work. He lingers for a moment, and you can see his eyes settle on yours. But I think you're used to people watching you in a way you can always just tell if they're actually looking at your eyes or if they're looking at something else. And he's looking at the something else. He says, I am pleased that the Amaranthine have put you on a path that has brought you through the Reach.
I never know if they've actually put me on a path or if I've just found myself there, but for the sake of that girl, I'm pleased I was here either way.
And he begins to step off. When you make your way towards the Wrangler's Rest, you find the enthusiastic tender there, more than happy to give you a cup of coffee, because your party is the only party of people coming to her inn. After Ratchet, Hubert, are you an early riser?
I think you're muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, it would depend on who is making breakfast.
Ooh, it is that enthusiastic innkeeper. She has started making breakfast very early, and it is ready for you as soon as you come down.
Is it a national bacon holiday, perchance, as well?
Unfortunately, no bacon, but you do have a strong scent of hearty soup. There's a distinct acrid stink that you just can't quite out of your nose because you just went through a cave full of them. But you can smell baked slime. You can smell boiling slime. You can smell slime.
Okay. I was thinking maybe
Leaf
more
made
like,
sure we were familiar with that.
maybe like suet cake, or maybe maybe like some like some small mice as an owl, maybe.
Oh yeah, pests are definitely things that you can eat. I think here though at the Winnowing Reach, because it's an outpost and not a city, the options are kind of limited, and most of them seem to be materials that are easily foraged from the nearby swamp. So there's tons of grubs, there's tons of roots,
Do
and
they have centipede skewers?
yep,
Nice. There you go.
definitely. So as you come down, you can see that there's a whole spread of food. Well, looks like you got some good sleep.
Yeah. Serving up some caterpillar kebabs.
Uh-huh. Freshly
Yeah,
made.
let's go have some kebabs.
Want a beer with it?
Chase it down with a responsible beverage.
Of course. Coming right up.
Yeah.
And she essentially will just feed you and just bring things in front of you. As you're eating, what is Leif doing?
So I think the other bird folk, the other gents have left the room that we're sharing with with Leon. Leon's the last, and he's in his bed. He's probably starfished under the blanket. He's knocked out, and Leif's at ease with humble folk because that's his people. Since he came out of the capital, he's been living with humble folk. So seeing the bird folk are gone, Leif rises and he eases the shutters open, maybe a little bit noisily, eases the shutters open, and sunlight and air floods the room. And I imagine maybe Leon groans and rolls over under his blanket. And from my backpack, I bring out this hefty, it's like a trapper keeper. It's like this big book binder with a flap on it. In opening it up, there's all these pouches and pockets and things on the inside. And stuffed in there is a binder full of pages. It's my spell book and my notes and all my research for my type of magic. I open up these pouches, these little pockets on the side, and I start bringing out these trinkets as I prepare myself for my daily preparations of spells. There's druidic symbols and arcane symbols. Leif's magic is nature magic. It's kind of a blend of what people might think is druidic magic and wizardly magic. It is natured wizardry. So all these things are kind of spread out from the pockets there. Incense starts to burn, and I start flipping through these pages. It's all my notes, all these scrawlings along edges and margins of pages and pictures that I've drawn in there. And I reflect on my magic as I prepare my magic for the day. My stomach probably turns over as I smell breakfast coming from downstairs. Not really one for food like that. no real appetite. I focus and I concentrate as I prepare my spells.
I bet the way that you've described it is supposed to look a lot cooler than this, but as you described your spell book, I couldn't help but imagine. So, for people who collect like trading cards, they have binders. I was just imagining just a binder just full of MTG cards.
And it's not even that cool. It's a lot of scraps of paper that have been
Okay.
stitched together or what have you. If you look at it, it's like, wow,
Very
this is a
scrapbooky.
mess.
Okay.
Very scrapbooky. Very
Oh, I can't believe you didn't double sleeve Fireball.
I know. How dare. Okay, fantastic. As you are preparing, window is open. Leon is sleeping in the same room as you. Are you sat on your bed? There is no desk in here. It's just 3 beds and a window. Muted? Muted.
Muted.
Sorry, what was those to me?
I'm sorry.
No, that's Leif.
So I was thinking maybe there was a nightstand, but if not, then maybe it's on the open windowsill. My
Okay.
binder, my trapper keeper is right there in the windowsill as I do this.
Okay, so you're at the window and the breeze is pushing at your feathers. Leon is sleeping behind you. You notice that perhaps from your recent spells, you had cast quite a bit of fire magic, and some ash and soot seems to have fallen on your pages. You're not quite sure where it came from. There's just a spot, right, sat right on your page, right there. When you try to like smear it, brush it away, it leaves a mark. It kind of halfway ruins the page. As you're trying to like push the chalk away, trying to clear it up, it just spreads.
Oh, hell. No. What?
One of the pages in your spell book, you inadvertently ruin it, more or less. Like a spell. What spell was that?
Frost Fingers, my favorite spell.
Lost Fingers. You can barely read previous script as you try to clear it up. You're just making it worse.
Glad I got it memorized.
However, as you're pushing the soot around, something about it kind of inspires you. You have drawn a moon card.
Moon card. Ooh, what's the moon card?
You get to cast the wish spell here.
Dude.
I'm gonna leave you at that.
I already know what I want to wish for.
I wish for a clean page.
What does Leaf wish for?
So, of course, so much of this is in his backstory. Maybe bits of this will be revealed when he goes to the capital. He's exiled from there. His family, the Woodshapers, are exiled for a reason. They've been somehow associated with the calamity. Previous generation did something. And even his use of fire magic, he knows that fire magic is not forbidden. But certainly there's a stigma that's attached to it. Just like there's a stigma attached with necromancy. There's some things that you really need to know what you're doing, or maybe you even need approval to really do some things. But something's been lost with his family. With their exile, is in essence, with that separation comes a barrier between his family's legacy and what he aspires for himself. And that is the true power of the Shapers, which are a group of birdfolk who are central to the long history of the capital, the shaping and crafting of the trees into the structures of the houses themselves. And what Leif really longs for is to unlock those secrets, unlock and to know well the secrets of his ancestors, the Woodshapers. He's researched and he hopes to know these magics and to have them available. Really, the distance and the separation and difficulty almost makes it an unattainable secret. That is his wish. That is his heart's desire, to know those magics as he ascends as a wizard, he wants those magics.
Okay. Your Frost Fingers spell will turn into a different spell.
And I've got recommendations for you, so we can do that later.
Oh no, we're going to decide right now. It's going to be a one-time use spell for now. Wall of Fire.
Dude, that's scary.
Yeah, that's terrifying. So you immediately recognize as you're pushing the slit off of this page, it's transforming your spell. The page has become brittle. You can tell that this will not last very long, in the sense that, you know, it'll expire because it's a one-time use spell. But essentially, this is fragile magic. This is ancestral magic. You are able to recognize exactly what it is. You know it is a Wall of Fire spell. How does Leif react to this?
Yeah, I think Leif is blown away. He was standing there, and maybe his trapper keeper almost falls out of the window, but he plops on his backside there, just flabbergasted, with his beak hanging open. And he falls back on the floor and just looks at the ceiling. His mind is blown.
Meanwhile, Jack, you wake up. You have been fidgeting with your ring. Where do we find you?
I think Jack spent a while just sitting on the edge of her bed, messing with the ring for a bit, before plastering on a smile, going downstairs, and trying to haggle with the chef to buy the slime that she collected.
Hmm. Are you trying to sell the slime?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. She enthusiastically wants to take it from you. We'll figure out all the numbers off stream. But essentially, she'll buy out everything for a reasonable price. As you're doing that, Leon, do you want to wait for Leoncine for Leif to leave?
Unless Leif tries to interact with him or sees that he might be awake or moving, he's more or less gonna wait until the room is entirely empty, because it's basically one room, right, with three beds. There's like no divider between the beds. It's just three beds, right? Okay. Yeah, then he'll have the covers over his head, and he'll wait until the room is completely empty.
Okay. So we'll kind of fast forward a bit. Leif, you finish up and you begin to head out. Leon, you are all alone now. You leave the window open, Leif, or do you close it?
Yeah, I leave it open.
Okay. Window's open, Leon.
Okay. Leon will kind of peek his head out a little bit, kind of look around to make sure nobody else is around. And as you'll see by him, you'll see he's not too shy about this part. You can see that there is like what would be essentially like a mannequin head, and it's got his masks holding his masks. He's not going to sleep with his mask on. So he's going to kind of look around, see that nobody's there. When I look towards the window, is it like bright sunny? Do I feel like a breeze coming in? Is there anything like that in the atmosphere?
Yeah, the window is open. There's a soft breeze. It's a pretty nice day. You can tell, even though the marsh is generally muggy, there's a briskness on the wind, so it's fresh.
Okay. So he'll wake up feeling a little bit renewed, feeling a lot better now than he did yesterday. And he usually has a bit of a ritual about like kind of like giving himself like a kind of a pep talk a little bit before he goes to bed, but obviously he's not alone, so he just kind of took off his mask and whatever. So he's like, now he looks around and no one's around. He kind of looks and grabs the mask, looks at it and goes, "We did it, Leon. We did it. We showed them, man, that we can just do about anything. With this power that I have with you, to just want to be not myself, not me, but to be Leon Breeze, to be the greatest wrestler in the world, man. This is what me and Gizmo dreamed about when we were there together growing up. with his family helping us get into all of these different great wrestling events and groups and just helping out the best we can. Yeah, there was a little bit of pitfalls, there was a little bit of grace, and I was nervous. But together, Leon, we're gonna do this. We're gonna show them we can become the greatest thing of all. You, not me, you can become the greatest of all time. And as he says that, he's gonna put back on the mask. He's gonna tie it back up. It's got a tie in the back, and he's gonna go, "Ooh, yeah, let's get this day started. I'm hungry for some food." And then he gets up and walks down.
And we see a final scene of Leon stomping down the stairs, joining everyone who's gathered for breakfast. And that is where we're going to end our session for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you so much for the raids. Thank you, Game Raider Girl. Really, really appreciate you bringing all of your folks over. Welcome on in, everyone. This was episode 3 of our Humblewood campaign. This is every other Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope you can join us for the next episode. But before we head out, I want to say real quick thank you to all of our Patreons. Because of our Patreons, things like this are possible. All of the marathons, 2 shots, 3 shots, everything. So thank you very, very much. We will go around the table and introduce everyone. Please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and what your favorite part of today's episode was. We'll start with Zombie.
Sorry. Okay. Hi. Hello. I am Jacob. I'm Zombie. I am Z. I'm what names that call me. I'm the lore keeper and Captain Z of the good ship Clip. I probably do too many clips. That's up to your own discretion. Favorite moment of, well, I play Leon Breeze, world's greatest, well, trying to become anyway, the world's greatest wrestler in the whole wide world. I didn't do any wrestling today because that would have been way too sticky. Today's favorite part, I think, was a lot of like I kind of like learning about the slimes a little bit. I kind of liked how every moment we did, we kind of just stepped into another combat. But I kind of liked the just like thinking kind of like how Leon would think, like, just, it's like, you know, you hit the slime with fire, that seems to do like a lot of damage, and just kind of seeing the fire everywhere was kind of like really, really neat. And then I liked as well, I kind of liked Leaf's use of the wish spell as well. That was really fun. Seeing him just get all shocked and like, oh, look at this new power that I could use at any moment. This is really cool. So that was kind of, I guess, sort of a mixture of 2 favorite parts, but those are like the 2 standouts for me. If you're so inclined, please go ahead and follow me on Twitter at ZombieFighter89. If you go there, there's a pinned tweet with a Google Doc sheet that will be working again at some point. I don't know if it was giving me an error earlier, so it should be okay later. In there is a ton of different things that I've done in the past. Highlight videos that I've done for Stella and other such people around the community, kind of like Tiny Gaming as well. I made one for them that they never really published, but they said it was okay for me to put in the doc. So if you want to view it, it's in the doc. It's really nice. I've done a ton of clips for this channel, Badass RPG, Transplanter RPG, and as well as all of the promo videos for all of the different Patreon Patreon games, because I'm part of all of them. So if you are excited or enjoyed any of my performance tonight, tomorrow I'll be part of the Frost Maiden game, where I get to play Bam Nash, big old orc boy who proves that power isn't everything, because I'm a wizard with all kinds of fun little powers. And yeah, and you'll see V again. V is always fun to watch to play. And if you want to see GeekDice again along with me, Saltmarsh will be the following Wednesday, where I play Finn Carlson, a ranger researcher who's all about trying to figure out what the hell is going on around here with all these zombies. And I think we finally figured it out with them purple crystals. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's more. So yeah, that's, I think, everything I got to say.
Thank you very much. We'll hop on over to V.
Hello, I'm V, or Vertigo Cross, whatever you want to call me. I am a variety game streamer over on Twitch. I like to play usually whatever I feel like, so maybe it's something you've never seen before. Come check it out. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm here with my friends Stella and Zombie and everyone else here. And on Tuesdays, I play Jack Hart, the Bandit Defector, Chaotic Dancer Incarnate. And For my favorite part, it's a tough one. There was a lot of interesting stuff that happened. But I think my favorite part was Leif just immediately losing interest once they found out they had no common factors with our little nerd.
That was so funny. Oh man. Thank you very much. We'll hop on over to JR. Hi.
Hello. Definitely had fun playing Hubert.
Ooh.
I usually hang out on Stella's Discord, playing with all these amazing people here. And favorite part of the evening would probably be Leaf with his power move with the moon card. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And also Leon's little transformation there at the end, almost alter ego. I am Batman. Puts on the cowl and becomes Batman. So awesome.
Thank you very much. Pop on over to GeekDice.
Hey, I'm GeekDice. You can find me on X at geek_dice. Definitely enjoying this game. I love the dynamic of all the players here. Everybody brings such great character. A lot of fun. I think today my favorite part definitely was Leon's. His motivation speech. I think he revealed some vulnerability of his character, and actually inspiring that he is self-motivating like that, and is able to amp up the power. That's amazing. That's wow. And I look forward to see how he leverages that to become the greatest wrestler in the world. It's amazing. Love it.
Greatest wrestler. I love it. Thank you so much. And last but not least, we have B Street Home.
Hey guys, I'm B Street Holmes or Matthew. You guys can find me as B Street Holmes on Twitter and on Stella's Discord. And I play Ratchet, the wind-touched grumpy ranger. Also totally having fun with these characters. Really like the way that they play with each other. I kind of really liked getting to meet Kenna this time. We haven't seen a lot of Ratchet's backstory yet, but I think his sort of like fatherly instincts very much kicked in with her because she needs somebody to look out for her, and I feel like that really tugged at him. So it was just fun to meet her and her enthusiasm and the energy that she had. So
That makes me really happy. The way that I like to run my games, essentially, any NPC that you meet, if the party likes them, it can essentially adopt them. Like, if you keep seeking the NPC, like, you'll generally know where they are unless they run away or they're like an enemy and they want to not be found. And essentially, like, they're all adoptable. They can potentially have plot armor. You can have multiple companions that drag along with the party. With our Frost Maiden campaign, we literally have 3 fucking kobolds with the party that all think V is their boss, and they kind of have a little gang going on. And then we've got like 4 animal companions in that party too, so anything's possible.
I may have been collecting a few things in Frostmaiden.
Yeah. But thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching with us. We will be back on the 3rd, I believe, of September at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.